You've heard us talk about mosquito nets. I've got the system. It keeps all the mosquitoes out of my backyard.
I was using my portable system last weekend. Went out in the garage, and for whatever reason, I had mosquitoes in the garage. So I just took the fogger down and blasted the garage out real good. Perfect.
Yep. I could use it with my phone, turn it on, and mist my backyard. But they also do a really cool thing for holiday lights, and they will come and put up holiday lights on your house, and then after Christmas, take them off.
And
it is
store
simple.
Them. They'll store them too. Like it is. I've seen the error of my ways in not decorating my home when holidays roll around. And the coolest thing that you can do is you can get on these Christmas lights with mosquito nets rather. You can get on them now. You can get on them early.
Yes.
That way you don't miss out, because they do get bottlenecked. They will get so many calls that they'll have to turn people away. This is a thing.
Yep. All you have to do is text ELVES, that's ELVES, just the word ELVES, to 407-602-4904. That's 602-4904. And then they'll text you back.
They'll get you in queue, get you ready to go, and you can get in there early.
And you can get a quote, especially if you don't have any holiday lights, and maybe this is your first year you want to decorate. Then you have to go out and buy hundreds of dollars worth of lights and then put them up yourself. You don't have the time to do that. Just let them handle it.
Yeah, it's easier. Safer.
They'll handle. You don't even have to buy the lights. They'll bring the lights, decorate your house, then come back and take them off.
Yeah, well,
it's super easy.
I live in a townhome. It'd be virtually impossible for me to get to all the areas I need to. They have all the equipment. They have the ladders. They have the people. I had two guys working on my house. They got it done in 35 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how small the front of my house is.
Yeah, licensed, insured. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's super simple. Samantha did it. You did it. I did it.
Sam's lights are awesome.
Yeah. It's mosquito nets. Just text ELVES to that number. Why'd you do that?
What was wrong with that?
Because
that was a good, that's more like a Donahue style. I was just like, and welcome back.
It just throws me off because it's not what I'm used to.
You should be professional enough to jump right in. You try it. I'll jump in. Try it.
Kenny's here. How you doing, Kenny?
Hey, how are you doing, Kenny? See how I did that?
Well, I'm doing well, guys. Thanks for having me.
No, don't do it. Don't play
Radio
along.
Kenny's here.
Yeah.
I thought we wanted to talk about radio.
Well, I had some things about radio.
He wants to talk about it. He doesn't want you to talk about
I
it.
want you to listen to radio.
Well, you brought up the fact. I was like, it's the first time you've been in here. You're like, nope, I sat in here, and there's one time before that. So it makes me look like a D-head. Yeah. Why don't I continue to
When
do
Tom
that?
says he doesn't care about anything, it's the listeners.
Sometimes I
do care.
Sometimes I do it with people. I'll be like, and like I'll meet a listener, and he's like, "You remember me, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're the guy."
What? Don't do that. You're the person that does that is the D.
They do it all the time too.
I know.
What's my kid's name? That's a new one.
Oh, yeah.
What's my kid's
That's
name?
impossible. I don't know my best friend's kids' names.
No, but they say they're like, "What's my kid's name?" And I'm like, I got nothing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a pedophile. I don't keep track
Oh,
of
that's
those
good.
things.
Maybe I'll counter with that. Everyone should have a good pedophile counter loaded. This is a different time. Back in the day, you used to have to have a drug reference loaded to, like, if somebody's like, "Hey man, you want to smoke this?" You're like, "That's for dopes," or "Drugs are just say no." Like that kind of thing. You have to have something.
Mario told me I'm going to hell.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have something chambered. But now it's pedophiles. If somebody's like, "Hey, you want this kid?" You're like, "Nah, dog. I'm trying to cut back."
So you mentioned that you were in here for our Shark Tank bit we did, and you
Dare
were the
I say
toilet
one
paper.
of our best bits?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
One of our best bits.
And you were the toilet paper one, which was obviously a goof invention, but we laughed about it. It was good. But now it all clicks because I was like, that's what, and Daniel will understand this, when you want to get on a show or in radio or whatever, you just want to get, like, you wait till that particular show is doing something that you could be involved in, right? And this happened at, like, when I was a listener of radio. They did this thing where, like, to win a cruise you had to do something insane or whatever.
It was like, wasn't it Live Action Fridays?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. And it was something where you had to do the most exciting thing you could think of audibly in order to win a cruise.
Yeah.
We call that the old Castleberry hook. That's what I call it.
Anyway, so I was listening to that, and I was going to brand...
Baby, they's giving away cruises.
Because I looked at that like this is my way in to get some airtime, because I was like, I listened to the show. I do these things already, like these stunts, and I was into that.
It would commingle well.
Yeah, and I can get my foot in
You
the door.
weren't wrong.
And then I called it. I never ended up doing it. Thank God, by the way. Because, I mean, that would have been a
What were you
tremendous
going to do?
mistake.
I forget what you were going to do.
I was going to brand the Monsters M on my ass.
Yes! Just do
my
it. Let's do it. It's
imagine
never
how
too late.
much I regret
It's
that.
never too late. You can either die right now or start living, brother. Let's do it. Somebody get me a coat hanger and let me see if I still can bend it into the flames. I'm going to burn your ass good, buddy.
Anyway, because at the time I was like, "Who cares?" I didn't care about anything, my body or whatever. Like I would have done anything. I was like, I had no future. I was like,
Wow.
that's what I thought. I was like, I never expected to be anything, and so I was like, I'll do anything.
Who said you were?
I know I'm not. I'm not anything
all right.
now. I never was going to be anything.
Okay.
But I was never thinking like, oh, I should.
You're Orlando's strongest streamer.
I was like, nah, I'll regret this later. I didn't care about that. Anyway,
Just burn your logo into my butt.
so that was your foot in the door with the old Shark Tank bit, and then
I wanted to impress you guys by rubbing a sandpaper piece of equipment on Dan's junk, and now we're best friends.
don't even remember.
I don't remember any of that.
I don't even remember that
I don't
or
remember
the
you
show.
sanding my junk. Look, I don't need the sand down there. I need every little
Get this
bit.
guy out of here. What's happening?
But it worked. Listen, it worked. Like now you're in the studio with us. You got a monthly bid or whatever the hell it is.
Whatever this
I don't
is.
even know what it is.
I mean, look, you
But you're here.
successfully leached on. Here you are.
yeah, and
Yeah.
people should learn from that.
Yeah.
Like,
you want to
sometimes-
ride the fame train? Well, here you are.
If you want to be involved with something, sometimes like just show up and try to do something. And
like
then,
you want to be a wrestler, show up to the Full Sail WWE Performance Studio parking lot with a gun.
Oh my god.
No, people have done that, I think.
Yeah, but I'm
don't
saying-
do that. Absolutely do not do that.
It does work, and I think that it sounds too easy, and people are like, "Nah, that could never," And sometimes, a lot of times, it doesn't. But I think if you have the right personality and you're like a hard worker, just showing up and doing something.
Steven Spielberg did that. He wasn't always the big name Hollywood, juggernaut that he is. He had to show up, and then the old. Legend is that he found an abandoned trailer on set and made that his home, and the rest is history, right?
Is that what really happened? Or is that just an urban
I don't know
legend?
if that's what really happened, but I do know that they romanticize it a bit and make it as if to sound like he was so talented and confident that he could just take over a trailer and then he was working out of that before people realized that he shouldn't have been there.
Here's the problem. The only problem is the crazies do it too. And then
That's called squatting when they're crazy.
Well, it's hard to differentiate the crazy people from the actual hardworking
The geniuses.
people that just want to get their foot in the door, because then you get jaded by the crazies and you think everybody's crazy. And you just, as soon as they show up or want to do anything, you're like, oh, they're crazy. But
The
then
foot in the door thing, too, is weird.
it could be beneficial for content.
Well, because you'd have to know the size of the door. Because I don't necessarily want my foot in a bank vault door.
How you doing, Kenny?
Hey, I'm doing quite well. You guys added to it because you guys promised $10,000 to that Shark Tank.
Oh,
We
yeah,
did?
yeah,
The
yeah.
arbitrary $10,000.
Wait a minute.
that never happened.
That doesn't. Normally, we don't lie that hard when we're doing bits.
Oh, this was a big lie.
No, hold on. I actually got some like confirmation from like Dice Man, and then even Odang Hummus Jesse that
I thought you were going to say Odell Beckham Jr.
and me, between all three of us, we were like, well, if it's a good enough idea, we'll all invest like $3,300. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Wait
because
a minute, you.
but what's the
I
chances that
never
it's a good
agreed to
enough
give
idea?
$3,000 to some dumb invention.
I did the gambling math, and I was like, what's the chances any of them are going to be good enough idea to actually
Oh,
invest
so
our
you were
money?
doing the old throw the football through the tiny hole insurance.
Yeah, no one's gonna.
No one's
actually
gonna do it anyway,
Don't
so
even get.
sure, go ahead and try.
Exactly. So the $10,000 wasn't a lie.
So this was an impossible task.
This was
variation.
It was more of an impossible
This
task.
was a variation.
I only got like 5 things.
Well, I only got 5 impressions, so we're in good company here.
I only got 5 business plans. One of them hookups. One of them possible tests.
Hey, what do I got?
Love meter.
I got
Love
old man.
meter.
I got old man. I got
yeah.
lady or gay guy.
Susan.
I got
Yeah.
I'll make up for it now.
Old black guy.
Old black guy, and then I got one more.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
what
got
it is.
skeptical Jew, which
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
your
we
wife
can't
does
really
a better
do that
job.
more.
Yeah, my
anymore.
wife does a better version of that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Marty Levinson, our attorney.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So, Kenny, what did you want to talk about today?
Yeah, I want to know, what do you guys know about drone racing?
What don't I know about drone racing is
Well,
the real question.
we had
I know
a-
they fall out of the sky in China. That happened, 3 days ago?
What happened to that?
They were doing a drone show in China, and then it malfunctioned, so the drones just started falling out of the sky and landing on cars.
Like, was it the one where like it's a bunch of them together?
Yeah,
and
like, you know, make like an
words?
emoji.
Yeah.
You know, they make like, oh, look at that, it's emoji. And then they started falling out of the sky and just landing on cars. It's awesome.
Like,
But then I started thinking, like, this is the way my brain thinks, because I don't think that I'm a bad person, but I do think I'm a child. Because I immediately said, well, I'd be running around, because it's just a software malfunction. I'd be running around scooping up all those drones. I'd take me home 17, 18 drones.
well, they
I'd be
probably broke, right, when they hit the ground.
No, they were landing themselves. They were falling, but then
Oh.
right before they'd hit the ground, they'd land themselves gently. They'd get tangled in some people's hair, stuff like that. But like, I'd be scooping up as many as I can and throwing them in the back of my Kia. Right? I'd be piling in drones. I'd be like, hey, get these things home. They got some good meat on these drones.
Yeah, you can Frankenstein them together and create like a whole army of them.
You could, and then you get on it and fly to the USA.
So, drone racing. We had a company in that did drone racing.
OAS Hobby, yeah.
OAS Hobby, and they told us about it. It looks cool.
Yeah, so this is basically the Premier Leagues, if you will. It's the top level of drone racing. It's been around for about 4 or 5 years, but only in the last couple years have they started getting more legitimate in terms of being on NBC Sports, having locations around the country where they're doing it, and that's one of my many side gigs that I do. Is I actually help to stage manage and produce the live aspects of it. So we fly around from city to city, venue to venue, and we just do a bunch of drone racing.
Really?
That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
Is there enough people watching it to make it lucrative?
Yeah, and they have sponsors that have like Allianz as a sponsor, the bank, and Swatch and U.S. Air Force. Like they're sponsoring the entire thing.
The Air
Really?
Force
Oh, yeah.
one makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where everything's going. You'll be flying a jet. You'll be flying a drone. Sorry.
Also, they want to get the best drone racers to go to the Air Force. So they go, like,
How do you feel about
'cause
the
everything-
desert?
Yeah, everything's going. Well, you can do it from wherever now. Like you could be in some sort of like off-site place and then
I'd want
drone some
I'd
missiles.
want to be at least on site just so I could dress up in the garb.
So
You know,
in this
desert
instance, we have pilots. There's 12 of them every season, and they just compete with each other like NASCAR. They accumulate points race after race, and we, like I said, we go around city to city. So we've been to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Allianz Field in Minnesota, and I know I sent Dan and Sam a video of it, but you can take a look at it. But yeah, and then we're gonna plan to go to Las Vegas at the new Allegiant football stadium, and so the entire thing is basically first-person views of the drones. They just fly around the entire arena.
So, are there any danger in like drone?
Oh my God, yeah.
Going out of control and flying into some family.
I got it up on Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/TomAndDan Live if you want to watch what we're watching live.
Yeah, so these drones max out at like 170 miles an hour. Now, obviously, during the races, they're only going about 100, 120. But by doing that, yeah, every spectator has to be like surrounded by netting because these drones crash all the time.
And so, how are they going to do that at a stadium? Are they going to pull up a netting around the actual drone race so that one doesn't spiral into the crowd?
That's exactly it. So they can't. It's not like a full. Everyone sits in every section. They're confined to like, let's say, a quarter of the stadium, and then they put netting all around it so that way, if a drone does crash, it will just land in the nets and not in people's eyes.
Is there like
That's pretty cool.
It seems to me, and I'll maybe
Is
I'll.
that
Oh my
Ross
God!
Paget?
The guy that won is Ross Paget.
It looks just like
God,
him.
I got to go back to this.
So I will admit, these
Every
pilots.
skinny white guy looks the same to me.
Yeah.
So like if you're a skinny white guy, you'll-
God!
So it's an international thing. These pilots have nicknames based on like gamer tag nicknames. So that one's Gab707, and then there's Wild Willie, and then there's Duncan with a K, and all these like wacky radio names, basically.
but they're all skinny skinny white guys. Right?
Or grossly obese.
No,
There's no gray area.
It's
here.
one or the other.
Yeah, you either get like
There's no like buff dudes.
you get like Rob Dyrdek
You're
or
a
Big
nerd.
Pun.
Yeah.
That's all you get.
So is this something entertaining to watch live in person? Because I'm equating it to golf, right? So when you watch golf on TV, they add the effects so you could track the ball. You see the line where the ball and so without that, once they drive the golf ball, it's gone. Like you're like, all right, I don't know where. Maybe they'll track it in the air, but with the drones, it seems like because these things are pretty small and they're so fast that in person live, like it would just look like tiny, like you can't really. You're like, all right, that's too fast. I can't really enjoy.
Yeah.
But
it's like those
when you see-
helicopters that go upside down. I always say when the rednecks are flying them, I'm like, I can't enjoy that. It's too fast.
Yeah.
Well, the good news about them, each drone is a different color, so they'll be flashing different colors based on whatever pilot that they're with. So you're able to track them through the sky, and it's not just a loop. They actually like go in and out and up and down and all around.
They go
kind of
through
thing.
tunnels.
Yep.
And they go through like pipes.
the courses they set up, at least they do a good job with making the courses interesting. Although I would like more of a novelty, and maybe you could add some input into this business
All right.
because just as Kenny, you know me, I'm an entertainer at heart. I'm a businessman, entertainer.
You're a bit of a P.T. Barnum, right? You're a bit of a huckster, right? Isn't that what that's
T.C.
Don't come with
Barnum.
Isn't that what it's called? A huckster or something? I may be saying something horribly racist. I don't know what anything means anymore because we're changing the meanings of things.
And
I don't know what this called. What do you call a shyster? That's good, right? Is that good or bad?
I just want some more shenanigans going on.
Shyster shenanigans.
Kind of add the mini golf element to it, where the goofiness of.
Oh, you want holy moly drones?
So
yeah, like I want some
man.
like King Kong guy in a
why
King
is
Kong
everything
suit.
got to be for babies?
Like I want a guy in a King Kong suit, and he's holding on to a fake Empire State Building, and he's trying to swat the drones out of the air as you have to fly around the Empire State Building. I want that, because it adds.
Isn't this just battle bots in the sky?
I want a
That's
battle
not
bot.
bad at all.
Or some ability for a drone to have like one net that they could shoot per race to possibly shoot the net in front of the drone. To disable the drone in front of them.
Okay.
It would be more
So you want
interesting.
like Mario Kart drones?
Just something to add, because after you can only see the drone go through the tube so many times, and you got neon. You're like, all right, well, after about 30 seconds of it, I'm like, all right, give me the King Kong or the net or something.
I will admit the anxiety is there because these things crash all the time.
I'm just like something like, oh my God, King Kong came out. You're just like, oh yeah, this is something ridiculous.
Oh, he swatted him. Oh, he got him. Oh, he got Gab 69. He knocked Danger Gab 69 right out of the sky. We'll be right back. Here's a commercial for Swatch. Buy this watch. It's all plastic. Swiss.
So for the audience, I could totally agree with that. But the video that I just sent Dan, it's all first person. So you're not
This one?
flying it like you would normally fly a drone, and you can see going left and right. It's all first person view.
Okay,
so
here,
you're
check this
seeing
out.
it as if you are in the
Inside
drone.
the
as well.
drone.
You are
Which-
the drone.
It's insane, like how
This is POV,
well-
is what you call it, Kenny.
Yeah.
You should know that. You're a pervert.
Now, do you see because do they switch it? Do they have like someone producing the footage so that they're showing like the view
Oh, yeah.
of the person in the front?
Yeah, they got a
and then the person in
producer.
the back?
Yeah, they got a control room, and the guy's
Yeah.
like,
But each pilot has their own set of goggles and stuff that they look through to fly through the whole thing.
Here, Tom, check it out. I'm gonna put
It
this
seems insanely hard to navigate that fast through
yeah.
a course. Like,
Look at this guy.
That's how I don't get like how the heck they.
Oh,
they
he
do
went
this
back
all.
through the X or the
So
square.
the
seems
way
you
they
get
do the
lost.
course.
They're like, where the hell am I? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
I'm
do
already.
that already.
Check out this
tell me
move.
which way to go.
This move is like what they call the double back, where they have to like fly through 3 rings at once in order to get through, and it's insane how they do that and not crash. Now they do crash all the time, which is absolutely spectacular and amazing.
I mean,
Isn't
is
that
it?
amazing?
Wouldn't it-
This is making me
I mean,
dizzy.
I'm with Tom. I think it would only be
I'm not the
spectacular and
ass on your
amazing
career.
if I were an ant. You know what's spectacular and amazing? When a plane explodes in the sky. I'm like, what?
Well,
If I see a drone fall, I'm like, you crashed your toy, little baby. I'm sorry. Go pee your diaper now.
The last video that I sent you is a montage of crashes. So you'll be able to see like when they're going like 150 miles per hour and crashing into each other.
These are the top crashes of 2019.
I want the owner or the racer to care more. Because I'm assuming, I don't know, but they have they have like 20 of these things.
You
and
want
if
this
they
like
crash
Squid
it,
Game where they crash it and that guy just falls through the floor and you're like, that dude dead.
Yeah. Or like that's his prized possession. And he's like, like he's upset emotionally about it.
Or like they have a gun. They have a gun to his wife's head, and as soon as that thing crashes, the screen goes blank, and he starts crying.
You'd be surprised how insane these people get. So they'll crash and they'll throw their controllers and start cursing out loud, and they have to be like
triple farts.
Some nerd rage. All right, okay, that's something.
No, and it's pretty cool.
Good golly, triple farts! I'm so mad right now. I'm gonna go meditate.
And then when they do win, like you get some trash talkers, so they'll get up and like walk over to the other pilots sitting down and get in their face and like yell at them.
You ain't never built your own computer, son.
Kenny, I'll tell you when to get out of this. All right? So here's
Sam, just so you know, we only have one female in the room.
Yeah.
You've been talking about this, and I've been trying to help you. We've been whipping it hard. Not impressed. Not impressed over there.
This is a guy.
Yeah, we have an attractive woman in here, and I'm seeing eye rolls for days.
Yeah, I actually think it's kind of cool, but I just have to ask.
Sam does not.
It's so interesting what you think is cool and what you think is for babies.
He's a nerd. I've been telling you this guy's a nerd.
I mean, I still am going to S on it, but it's kind of, it's cooler than Dungeons and Dragons or Pokemon or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
it is cooler than Pokemon and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, because it's actually
physical.
A drone flying through something, and it's a race, which is cool.
There's an element of danger. You could chop your eyes out.
There's a lot of skill, and the average person can technically do it at home as well.
I got Daniel drone. He flew it 3 times.
I flew it 3 times. Well, here's the problem. Where I live way too close to Executive Airport, so the likelihood, and I don't leave my house. I'm a hermit. I'm a trollman. And trollmans, we don't leave our shire. And every time I'd fly it, it would just get blown out of the sky by some waves. I just force it to the ground. They're like, nope, you can't fly it. Right. But it's fun. But it was an old fat dad drone. It wasn't a zippy drone. Yeah.
So, Kenny, here's when you get out, all right?
All right.
So, when the drone racers start adopting, like, uniforms or personalities or like
Dave Chappelle has a uniform.
What I mean is like the same thing that the British dart players did
where they have a mohawk.
Their sport was boring, so then they're like, and bowlers did this too, by the way.
Fancy boots, he all got a mohawk, so I don't look so fat and boring.
Where they have to like add the like the wrestler personalities to the sport because no one's watching, and they're trying to like do whatever they can so they get a rainbow mohawk.
The Brits cheaped out because they just did name and hairstyle, and that's cheap. They were just like, from now on, Gary, you're known as the Rock Crusher, and you have a mohawk. That's lame.
Well, they don't have any personality because they're nerds, just like the drone pilots, just like all of them. Like they can't be like the wrestlers that get higher up. Like they're the talkers, and they're nerds too, but they know how to talk.
Xavier Woods.
And because that's part of the gig. But to be a good drone,
he's as nerdy as it get.
Like to be a really good drone pilot, I'm sure like maybe you're on the spectrum, you're like you're super intelligent, you just can understand the controls more than the average human or whatever.
Well, they had a show about that on ABC about a drone pilot who's on the spectrum. I think it's called The Good Drone Pilot. I think that's what it's called. So look it up. It's really good. And they handle the subject matter like delicate hands.
To make it interesting, we got to dress you like Wario.
This has always been your dream.
Well, he's Waluigi?
Waluigi.
Waluigi. He's tall and thin.
Yeah, with a big D.
So that is where I see this progressing to. Okay. And then when it gets to that point, that's your sign that everything's failing and you got to get the hell out.
Well, I will admit, there is one pilot that's going to blow your mind. He's fully tatted like Dan. Giant gauges.
I'm not fully tatted. I'm just, I'm getting there.
But he's got gauges in his ear. He used to be an electrician, and because of an accident, part of his fingers were cut off on one hand. So his pilot name is Nub.
No, really?
All right. Little no
He
effects.
embraces it.
Well, hold on. The fact that they were cut off tells me that it wasn't an electrical accident because
drones.
that blows off.
The drone
Well,
cut
just
his
because
fingers
he
off.
was an electrician, I don't know. He could be cutting some cables or something.
We know
Well,
a
that's
guy
not
that
as
got
good.
blown off a ladder and his eyeballs fell out.
Yeah. Like if you're an electrician and it blows some of your fingers off, then
We know these guys.
Yeah, if you just cut it off like you're making your daughter's like wooden horse, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Let me chop up your hot dog.
that has nothing.
Wooden horse. What year is it?
Well, I'm just saying that has nothing to do with being an
Tom
electrician.
doesn't
Not
let
as
his
good.
kids have itty electronic toys. They all have
Except for the
traditional
doll
wooden
of Louis
toys.
Armstrong.
If you're the mad electrician that blew all your fingers off, and now you're an electricity man,
Your name is Fists.
and you're dressed like Mr. Freeze from the game with the Running Man.
Dude, that guy's the best.
then I'm back in. I'm watching. I'm like Mr. Freeze.
But see, I know you say that's when I need to bail. That's when I need to stay on board.
I agree. I'm conflicted now because you went with the fat guy Mr. Freeze costume for Running Man, and that is one of my quintessential favorites.
But then me and all the other dodos start watching it and laughing at it. We don't take it seriously, and the whole essence
Yeah.
of the sport is that you take it away.
Why
and
don't
no
they
one's
fight? Why don't we have any type of drone fighting?
Well, I will say that you do get some nerd fights because there's one of them who was 18 and his mom was fairly young. So one of the older pilots started joking about dating his mom and actually did date his mom, and then really pissed off the young
God.
pilot.
He was banging the drone guy's mom.
Yeah.
What?
And so he would show up to the events with a framed photo of him and his mom together and put it like at the pilot stand just to
F with the guy. This
Yeah.
guy's great. That is
We
getting
need
in
more
there.
like that.
Oh, you're almost at the point of getting out of this. So, what mom is gonna date the
horny one.
Like your nerd son's into drones, and you're gonna date the other nerd drone racer? Like, just, I mean,
you got to go to a lot of meets, and Mama has needs.
yeah, but you don't do that for the
What? She's single. She's not married. She's not cheating on anybody.
but for the sake of your
She's
son.
an adult. He's an adult. Sure, it's unconventional, but you know,
Well, let me
she's got
tell
a
you-
life too, Tom.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha's here. Butler's here. My wife is here.
Yes.
My daughter is here.
Yes.
This is crazy.
This
we
is
haven't.
your intervention, Dan.
Yeah, this is weird. I had a feeling. I had a feeling when you have everybody that you care about in one room, it's either really good or really bad.
She's really pumped about it.
Yeah, she was really pumped about it. I told May, because my wife has the day off, that she could come and be
Nice.
on the show. So thank you for being here. It's good to see you. What? Just say hi. Say hi, Orlando.
Hi, Orlando.
There you go.
Maisie, I got some questions to ask you because I'm very impressed
She's an open book.
by how driven you are and how much stuff you do and how athletic you are.
You're independent, right?
yeah, independent. You make your own breakfast.
She made me birthday breakfast.
Yeah,
Wow.
tell
You make
Mr.
a-
Tom, what'd you do?
I made her cereal,
And then what'd you put in it? Extra.
strawberries.
Extra streaks. She put some extra strawberries
Some
in there.
birthday strawberries.
And she poured it.
Yeah, she poured it.
milk.
You put the milk in it, and you got the spoon, right?
You basically can take care of me now, Maisie. If we, if we're at the house, people would trust you more than me to be alone because you're so responsible. So my question to you is, how did you become so strong and independent? Because I need to teach my sons, Max and Tommy, how to become more like you.
Yeah. What would you do?
I don't know.
Oh, don't clam up on me now. That's what kids normally do. You got.
I mean, you start the day with some stretching and some exercising.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, she has
good.
a routine.
That's like a
Tell
drill
them about your
sergeant.
routine that you wrote about.
I don't know.
The
yes, we
lifting
knew this was
weights.
going to happen.
Nah, it's good. It's good. Maisie, I want to get some tips about riding a bike. Because my sons don't know how to ride a bike yet, and that's embarrassing to Mr.
Why are you
Tom.
laughing at that? You're not supposed to
I
laugh
like
at
that. I like
Bully
it.
him.
That's what we need. I need you to send a video
May.
of you telling Tommy
Yeah, and
Max.
she can do that slide, right?
Yeah. Be
And
like,
then say, in your face.
Yeah. Although they, for some reason,
They don't care.
that does not affect them. And
Yeah,
be
let's
like,
talk
I'll
about
do
that.
it. Yeah.
What age should you learn how to ride a bike?
4.
4?
Oh, wow, they're way past that.
All right.
What tips would you give the boys so they can ride a bike? What would you tell them to do?
You have to be strong.
Yeah, well, that's a
Ooh,
problem.
that is a problem. They got little bird legs over there.
yeah. And then balance, right? You got to learn how to balance well.
How did you learn?
with the balance bike.
Yeah.
And what did you do? How did you learn it? Like, walk me through it.
I don't know.
Well,
you
you
go
got
down the
on
hill?
it, right? You practiced.
I got on it and then I said to take the training wheels off.
She did. You did it one time, and you drove back around. And what'd you say?
I want to take the training wheels off.
And then
Yeah.
I took them off, and then what'd you do?
I fell, but I did it the second time.
There you go.
Yeah. Tough. You got
Fell
strong
once.
will.
Yeah.
And that's maybe that's what I should do. I should just take the training wheels off and then force them to go on the bike.
The problem here is you don't want to take the training wheels off. They might. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care.
No,
You're a good father.
I want
This
them.
is the first time I've heard this story, is what I'm saying. I didn't know you knew how to ride a bike. That's amazing. I'm finding out all kinds
Yes,
of
you
good
did.
I know. I'm joking, baby.
So Maisie,
Messing around.
I got a business proposition for you because I heard you like business. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
And
to make money.
You like to make money.
Well, Mr. Tom liked to make money too, and I think we both can go into business together. We just got to figure out the right type of business because because you could be the face of it because people will throw money
It's
at a cute
children.
little girl.
Yeah, they love it.
And they'll be like, look how she's got a business. And then they'll just give you tons of money. But then behind the scenes, then I'll take that money. I'll put that here. I'll pay this guy
Yeah.
here.
Steal from this guy. Borrow.
Well,
We don't steal, do we?
See how it works, Maisie. This is how basic business works. If you want a lesson,
Mr. Tom's going to tell you.
is you first you come out with an idea and then you hype everybody up
Yeah.
and then you get investors.
Do you have an idea?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
what do
fine.
you- we'll
Any
work on
idea
it.
will
We'll work
work.
on
And
it.
it does because all I need you for, Maisie, is you're the face of the company, and people are like, well. I can't believe how smart
Yeah.
and independent this young girl
Maybe
is.
Maisie's bicycle training.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what the internet really likes? We'll pretend like you are pulling a lawnmower on a tiny trailer on your bicycle, and
Yeah.
like this little girl is cutting lawns. Like everybody in the
but
United
it's not
States.
really happening.
No,
Yeah, I
but
love it, yeah.
they're like, oh, we love the work ethic of this girl, and then they donate
Start
a
'em young.
We start a GoFundMe, and we for
She
your,
don't need $15 an hour.
That's
She's a
right.
go-getter.
Yeah.
One of those people.
Yeah.
One of those people.
Yeah. And we're like, this little girl's making her own money. She's not asking
She's
for handouts.
paving her way.
Yeah. She's making her own money, and they love that. Then they'll start donating to your GoFundMe,
Do you
and
wanna
then
cut lawns?
millions.
Cut
No,
people's
we're not doing any of the
No,
lawns.
she's not going to end up doing
Yeah,
it.
we're it's a GoFundMe.
Scam.
I mean, they're donating
How
to a
much
little
money?
girl.
How much money do you think you need, May?
$102.
$102.
Yeah. We can make
Sounds
that.
about right.
Yeah,
We
it's like a
can make
radio
that.
station prize. Sign up to win $102. Why did we say 2? Because our number is a 102.5.
What do you want to buy with $102?
A house.
A house.
No, car.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It went from unbelievable to slightly unbelievable.
Yeah. We need a little bit
Yeah,
more than that, but
little
don't
more
worry.
than
But
that.
when the GoFundMe money comes in,
We'll get there.
then the investors come in, and here's the like how it's really done. So you use the investors' money for yourself and your cars, your yacht, everything.
You want a boat?
No.
Okay. All right.
Then you just need
You should live
more.
on Mr. Tom's boat.
You get more investors, and then you use that money to pay off dividends to the first investors to make it seem like the business is making money. And then as long as you just keep getting new investors to pay off the other investors, you'll never lose.
that's good. What do you
It
think?
just
Do
keeps
you
going.
understand what he's talking about?
It's a little above your
Yeah,
head.
do you know what he's talking
This is
about?
hard- This
How
is
dare
adult
you.
business
She
here.
can read, Tom.
I don't even
This is
know.
how business is
I
done.
honestly
She's
don't
going to
even.
write your contract.
I honestly don't even know if you've ever listened to the show. You haven't listened to our show before, have you?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
When did you listen?
When I was 4.
Oh,
Okay.
that's too
All right.
young.
Yeah.
That's way too young.
Was that you? Did you do that?
I don't know. Was it in the car?
No, you put it on the TV.
Ooh, not the TV, not the
Oh.
Twitch.
Yeah, I don't want you watching that. Oh my gosh, why were you watching that?
Because Mom put it on. She wanted to watch it.
Oh, okay. Did I catch you on your iPad this morning?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
And you thought you were in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Why? Tell that story. What happened? What were you doing?
I don't remember.
You're in your bed and you got the iPad. This is what most kids do. This is what Tom and I were talking about Maisie coming in. Because according to you,
Don't put him on the spot.
Yeah, you can't because they're so fired up to come in. But then you get her in here and she's like,
I don't remember nothing. You know,
Well, it's intimidating.
yeah, it is intimidating.
It's just Mr. Tom.
But
and
you were
Daddy.
in your bed, right? And I came in and you were straight busted, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you watching?
YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's not
know.
a YouTube day.
And then what did you say to me?
I don't remember.
Okay, this is what I heard.
Said, mind your business, old man.
This is where I knew I needed a little help. I walked in and she goes, instantly knew that what you were doing was wrong, right? Right? Yeah, and then when you said you go to Daddy, you go,
I forgot it wasn't Saturday.
and I'm like, yeah, oh yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's called
Always
Butler
plead
lost the
ignorance.
soccer balls. I know that one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know that one.
Yeah, but I mean that's a good excuse, Maisie, because I mean that's legit. You could have forgot that it wasn't Saturday, and legitimate.
because it was a day
Did
off.
you really forget, or were you just trying to think of something to tell Daddy? I think you answered me right there.
Right.
Didn't you? Yep. Yep.
So did you tell them what happened when we were going to go get my drink this morning? We had the windows down in the car.
What happened this morning?
And we had the windows down, and there was this guy on the side of the road. He was homeless, and he stuck his tongue out at me.
Whoa! What? Oh,
Did he go
man.
like this? Did he go like,
Yeah. No,
Did he do that? If he did that, that's bad, bad.
Yeah. I mean that.
Why do you think he stuck his tongue out? Did you stick your tongue out at him?
No.
You just looked at him?
Yeah.
Were you making a face though? Were you like, ew, homeless person? Or,
No.
don't be like that. That's mean. You're not supposed to be
I
like
was
that.
just looking at him.
Did you wave?
Yeah, I tried to, but
And-
then he just stuck his tongue out.
Maybe he
That's-
was trying to be
yeah.
goofy. Like,
Yeah, maybe like,
Yeah.
like.
Well, he was like this.
Oh, so he was doing it. All right.
That.
Well, I'll have him arrested if
Yeah,
he's like.
he needs-
Because
needs
I
a
was
good-
looking back at him, and when we left, he was like this.
Well,
Oh,
maybe.
maybe he was making a joke.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
maybe.
I was
or-
ready to
Let's
punch
hope so.
this bum.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the guy is just a lighthearted, trying to make a little girl laugh.
yeah.
Sounded like he was being mean.
He sounded like was he talking?
No.
Oh, you assumed that he was being mean?
She was like really bummed out about
Well,
it.
he's not in the best mood, Maisie, because he's had a rough go.
It's
at
like
it.
me, right?
Yeah.
That's like
And
Yeah.
I said in the car we saw a puppy that was pooping, and I said I heard the poop coming out.
You heard the poop coming
hold
out.
on a second. What is happening?
This is your
She's
daughter.
getting comfortable.
It's all. At least she's on brand now. I mean, she turned it. You heard a pumpkin pooping?
Puppy.
A puppy pooping.
And we saw one of the Spirit Halloween, like they had 4 of the Spirit Halloween things on their porch.
Oh, they had the Mr. Tom's. He's starting to decorate. He's putting out his spider web. He and the boys are gonna. Did you put it all out yesterday?
Nope. They,
His boys didn't want to go.
Yeah, they didn't want.
Oh, they didn't want to do it.
They don't like fun.
Tell Mr. Tom about what we put up. What did we
We
put
put
up?
a scarecrow up that laughs if you walk by it.
Yeah.
Do we make people cry?
Yeah. So there was a little girl that they were looking at it, and she started crying, and they still standed there and looked at it.
Yeah. You love it, don't you? You love it when people get scared.
And then there's this boy that loves the ghost girls.
Yeah, there's this little baby that will walk by our Halloween decorations, and he's not scared of them at all. He loves them, and he cries unless his mom and his dad walk by our house, and they know us now because of this. Like they have to
Really?
go this route so he can see these 2 like goblin creatures we have because he loves them. He thinks they're cool.
So your boys don't want to decorate?
No, they just I went home on Wednesday and I was like, "Hey, you guys ready? Let's go
Yeah.
decorate the front
It's time
yard."
to pick out the annual thing.
And they were playing Uno on the couch, and they're like, "Nah,
like
we're
2
good."
old ladies.
That's what we said. They're 2 grumpy old
Uno,
men.
Uno.
And I'm like, "Come on, don't you want to do it?" And then they're like, "I don't really want it. It's hot outside or whatever." And then
Oh,
I'm
they're
like,
right.
Spirit's
Well-
got air conditioning.
and then I'm like, "I guess we could do it next week." And they're like, "Yeah, let's do it next week."
Oh, you got
They don't
blown
care.
off,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, they don't care.
Oh my goodness. It's
You
going
do
to be
that
like
sometime.
Halloween by the time.
And the mom to the little kid she says, "Hello, good morning, Ghost 1 and Ghost 2."
Yeah, she calls them Ghost 1 and Ghost 2. That's right.
What are the boys being for Halloween?
I think they settled on
man.
Among Us, but I have no idea
what?
Among Us.
Among
Game
Us,
Among
yeah.
Us.
You know, Among Us.
Dad, do you know what I'm gonna be for Halloween?
I think I do. I think you're very logical, like Mr. Tom.
Ballerina dancer.
Yeah.
Oh, ballerina.
Yeah, she's being a ballerina.
Cause I have a costume from the other.
Now,
ballet
is this a
dance.
money saving tactic, or did you want to be a ballerina?
I wanted to be
Okay.
a ballerina.
Well, you can, there's really extra cool
Extravagant,
ballerina,
yeah.
extravagant, lacy. Your daddy will buy you online. Like
And he knows I
whole-
will.
Want
That's the
that,
only
or
reason.
the one we already have.
You can get
The
it
one I
straight
already
from.
have. Do you have a picture of me in it?
Yeah. Do you want me to show them if you already in it? Like, so
Yeah.
she already knows what to expect.
Yeah.
Wait, what about a brand new ballerina
Look, I've
costume
tried, man.
from Old Paris?
It's not going to work. I've tried. Do you want a Parisian?
And we have a pig that when you press it,
All right.
Wait,
Wow.
are you calling me
That's
a pig
fancy.
and saying that when you press because this is too far? Finally,
the skeleton pig that farts.
we do have a skeleton pig. That
Oh.
farts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you press him, he snorts and he farts. Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
pretty awesome.
And his tail wiggles.
Yeah, his tail wags. It's pretty awesome.
So you have a challenge for Mr. Tom. After
Yeah.
after the man stuck his tongue out at Maisie, she started telling me about what she can do. And so she wants to challenge you.
Okay.
Okay, this is.
tell
What are
me.
you doing?
What are you
right
doing?
now?
The three loop thing.
She can turn her tongue into 3 loops like a clamshell.
Oh, really?
I can't do that.
Into 3? I could fold it and do 1. Hold on.
She can.
Okay.
Well, I could do 1, but you can do
The
3.
3-wave tongue challenge.
Yeah, she's not. Oh, you had it.
It's there. That's a loop.
This is how dumb she is.
Now, listen, that's
She taught herself to do it.
Yeah.
That is.
I saw it on the video and I just started to practice doing it.
See,
See,
that's
Bob,
how
that's
you become
it.
something.
Your,
You-
kids, your kids watch the videos. They don't practice.
No, they
She's
don't.
practicing tongue
Too
rolling
lazy
for Christ's sake.
They're
It's
like-
not a.
It's a
they're like,
skill.
why do I need to do it? They're doing it.
That's true. You
They're
know
like,
what? I'm also with them.
I'm watching them do it, but I want them to see and start practicing until they get it right.
Now, do you
like
want?
Maisie.
Do you want to help Tommy and Max learn how to ride a bike so they can ride with you?
Yeah.
Okay, well we can do that. Do you want to do that? Do you want to help them so we can all go on big bike rides?
Yeah.
They can bike to breakfast.
No, so we can go over the bridge. It's super hard.
Yeah, we can go over the bridge. It is super hard.
Well, Maisie, what happens if and you tell me what to do because I don't know what to do. So I asked
look
my
at me.
sons. I'm like, hey, do you want to go learn to ride your bike? They're like, nah, not really. And then I'm like, well, come on, let's just go. And they're like, nah, I'm not interested.
She
they don't
does
want
this to me too
Should
sometimes.
Mr.
So-
Tom make them go and ride a bike?
So they yell and they're like, get out here now. And then they cry and get
Oh
on the
my
bike.
God.
And then the neighbors are coming out. I'm like, oh, you're right. And then some Karen down the streets videotaping me. They put it on the news.
You should make them do it. If they do it, you should give them candy.
No, the bribery.
So incentive, yeah.
I've
Candy
thought about
will
that.
work.
The only problem, Maisie, is that when you give someone candy all the time, it doesn't become special anymore.
Yeah.
And that is called being spoiled. And
What's something special that he could give him if not candy?
Cigars?
Soda?
Soda? Do
No,
you like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Sprite?
I don't think
We're a
mommy
trash.
allows them to have
Yeah,
soda.
we're a trash family. What's your favorite drink? What's your favorite soda?
Sprite.
Yeah.
You should give Tommy the Sprite and Max.
Mountain Dew?
No.
Why are you laughing? Mountain Dew's great.
Max doesn't like soda. Tommy likes the Sprite. Max, he says the carbonation. He didn't like. He calls it-
Spicy?
Tum-tum.
Yeah, it's spicy, and he's like it's too
He
spicy.
likes the Sprite that has no bubbles
Yeah,
in it.
we sit out a can of Sprite after it's
Oh
open for
my
1 hour, and then he
God.
drinks it.
Flat Sprite.
That's how weak he is.
No, come on,
weak
man.
his tongue is.
I'm pretty
He
sure you're
can't
lying
handle-
about that one. At least I hope
Your
you
kids
are.
are spoiled when you flatten their Sprite for them.
I know. Listen,
Sir, I must flatten your Sprite
Well,
to protect your taste buds.
what do I do? Like, drink it! Drink it!
No, just you just don't drink it.
Yeah,
I guess
like-
you
Find
like
you a
what you
different
like.
beverage that you like.
Well, he's like, well, can I just open it, wait an hour, and then should I be like, no, punch it in the trash? Like, I was just like, all right, I guess.
Does he drink it?
After he waits for an hour.
After an hour.
And if he drinks it and doesn't waste it, then
Yeah.
if he drinks it,
but
it's fine.
But it's still, I'm like, come on, it's Sprite.
I like the zip of
It's
it.
gonna be hot if you leave it out.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
That's true. Could
Hot,
be-
flat
If you put
Sprite.
it back
Ugh.
in the fridge, it's gonna have more bubbles in it.
Yeah, that's true. Probably a little more bubbles. It would slow it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, thank you for coming in and talking to us today.
Maisie, I want to ask you a
All
question.
right.
I'm thinking about installing a slide, like a permanent slide in my pool area.
Ooh.
One of those twisty ones, like, they go around or whatever. The only issue being, I talked to some friends, and they are like, your insurance company, if they see that, they're going to, apparently.
Oh, is that for slides now, too?
Well, they're flying drones over people's houses. If you got a trampoline in the back, they cancel your
I think you
homeowners.
should shoot the drone out of the sky if that happens.
Yeah.
They're doing that apparently in Florida. Anyway, do you think it's a good idea to get the slide and risk my insurance being canceled, or should I just not get the slide and
What do
throw
you
that
think?
route?
Get the slide.
That's I like that.
Alright.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of money.
That's fine.
You got some money for it?
No.
No.
you going to go into business with him though, and give him some money after the business?
No.
Why aren't you going to go into business with Mr. Tom?
Because.
Because why?
Because.
I'm in business with him, and I think he's a darn fine business partner.
Maisie, I got an idea. So, if you set up, because here everybody around here is rich. I don't know if you knew that, but this neighborhood.
Not homeless people.
No, but
Yeah.
they don't let them in here. They're island colonial. Like
don't know.
it's
It's not like it was in 2018.
if they
Tom. It's a
wandered-
little different now.
They wander near Baldwin Park, they'll shoo them out. Anyway, if you set up a lemonade stand on the corner, and lemonade is next to nothing. Like you can, especially you get some cheap Crystal Light or whatever, and then so you can make pitchers of lemonade for $1 or $2, and then you sell it for $5. And then people, now you don't mention anything
No.
about charity, but people will just assume by the high margins of your lemonade that you're somehow raising some money.
I've always
but you
wanted
don't
to-
tell them that. You just let them assume that because
I've always wanted to get in front of like the governor's procession,
Yeah.
because he's been known to stop at like a lemonade stand now and
That's-
again.
yes.
You get in front of DeSantis, he comes
yeah,
over,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
drinking the lemonade, and then she's a hero, and they got her on the news.
As a young businesswoman.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'm here to support any local business. Stop by a lemonade stand. Ha,
Yeah.
ha, ha. It's like, hi, I'm kitschy, and I'm with the people.
And Maisie, the rich businessman, they'll just give you like $20,
Yeah.
and they don't even take your lemonade. So you gotta
they
have
don't
all
even
the
want to
inventory.
drink it. They got diabetes.
I bet you can make a couple $100 a day every single day just making a lemonade stand. Use the same lemonade. No one's going to
Yeah.
drink it. They'll just donate
Yeah.
the money because rich people love doing
Put it
it.
back in the fridge. You could use it until it's gone.
I'm saying.
Stu has diabetes.
Yeah. Yeah. Our neighbor Stu does have diabetes. He does indeed. She's warming up. I told you.
HIPAA.
I told you.
That's not funny as
I told you. You might-
I'm sorry,
I told you
Stu.
she's warming up.
Yeah. Just talking about your business. All right.
I love it.
Well,
Sorry,
Maisie,
buddy.
thanks for coming by and talking to me. Next time you come by, we'll have some more business discussion.
I love you.
Do you have any final thoughts or
Yeah.
questions for them?
No.
Do you want to say goodbye to everybody and tell them, like give them something to do today. Like give them something that they should do today in order to be good. Everybody listening.
Practice doing the 3 tongue roll thing.
Okay, practice rolling the 3 tongue roll thing, and
Okay.
and what else?
Practice riding your bike.
And practice
All right.
riding your bike.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. So do that this weekend. Hey, thanks for coming in. I love you.
Me too.
You're the best.
She's giving you a
I
stare.
know, she's so cold. She's doing a stare off. All right, sorry, Stu. I'll cut that out.
Bye-bye. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's talk Halloween decorations. So, Daniel.
I'm losing my mind with the Halloween decorations, bro.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of trouble.
I mean,
I'm in over my head right now, and I've got an addiction, and I can't be stopped.
you are close to putting a teddy bear in the passenger seat of your car and then putting the
Have you
mirrors
checked my
on it.
car lately? Have you checked my car
boy.
lately? Have you checked my car lately?
What is that?
I'm this close to flying double window flags on my SUV. Double window flags. I might even this year, I have considered double window antlers, Rudolph nose on grill. Rudolph nose on grill?
You got to get the hand hanging out the trunk. For
No,
Halloween.
for Halloween, I could do that. Where do you stand on Rudolph nose on grill, though? Because that is I feel like once you've done that, there's no going back.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Hellraiser box. It's like once you've taken that poof nose and the little wire tie that's behind it, and you've taken both of those pieces and you've interlocked them between the plastic and brushed chrome of that grill, and then you tie it, I feel like once you've done that, it's almost like it's done.
Yeah.
There's no going back.
Right.
So before I ask you about your new decorations, because you were
Are you going to
showing
crap
me-
all over him?
No, I'm not. I'm not
He
going to do anything.
He was text chirping.
Yeah.
You showed me.
Okay, wait a minute. Does text chirping mean that I chirped in the group text when am I using the group text wrong? Because I
No,
thought
it's
we were all
fine.
friends here. Are we allowed to
I think
just...
Tom only wants us to talk business.
I,
in there.
No.
I
And
thought
you
it
know,
was for
you know what's
business.
hurtful?
Yeah.
You know what's hurtful about the group chat?
Very little
Well, these are
business.
things that we can talk about, and I feel like when
No
I'm
business.
sharing, I could share something that you might formulate an opinion on, and then when we talk about it on the show, I've given you ample time to subconsciously write some jokes. But what I'm learning is that Tom wants to come to the studio, not talk at all, fire up the mics, do a great show, shut them down, and then never talk again until the next time we fire up the mics.
Yeah.
And I think that's what all you guys want. And I don't want that anymore. So if that's what you want, we're gonna end this sooner rather than later, because that ain't gonna happen. I'm in a good mood. I want to be friends with you guys.
Or are you going to end the show
No,
because
I
you
will.
can't tell us about your
I
decorations?
will end the
and your
show
art?
if we can't be friendly in an online way. We're ending the show.
I didn't say anything about that group text. I just don't
Oh,
participate.
I felt
that
it from
often.
her. I felt the passive aggressive. He was chirping in there.
I was just making a.
You're burning my
an
you're burning my battery life on my phone. You're killing my phone life.
That there was quite a few text messages about your decorations.
Basically,
this
me
weekend.
and Butler were
Tom
just-
didn't say a damn word all weekend.
None of you guys
No.
do. I didn't know. You
I
guys
responded.
You and Tom are becoming two of the most unpleasant, non-fun loving people I've ever met in my
I
life.
blame Tom.
I didn't do nothing. I'm just letting you do you.
do
But
you,
I
Bill.
know. You know what's hurtful?
Do I have to?
What's hurtful is you'll throw something in there and get no comments. But man, if a trade is upheld in any type of gambling altercation, this guy's Johnny on the spot. You look at any of the trades that have been happening in our league. This guy's got 99% of them, but he won't text you back.
well, that is.
He won't even give a thumbs up emoji. That's what it's
No.
for. The thumbs up emoji is made for when you don't care. That's what it's for. It's a positive don't care.
Well, you need some affirmation
Validation.
or validation
It's validation.
for me.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, because I want you to like me. The show's better when you like me. If I'm just a nothing, then this thing's
I like
going to go
you.
real bad.
Why do I have to? The same thing with you're like my wife. Maybe that's.
Oh. You know
She's
what? I'm
like,
on
you
Team
know,
Sam
tell
now.
me-
You're the work crow now. It's not me anymore.
I'm flipping back to Team Sam.
Well, but my wife's like, well, you need to tell me how pretty I
They're
am.
both very emotional.
I
and
didn't
tell me
say
I
you
love
need
you.
to tell me how pretty. Just
But you want him to tell you how
No.
cool your decorations
No.
are.
I don't need him to say anything other than
Thumbs
got
up.
the text. Even if he just said got the text, I'd be like, okay, that's a start.
Cool, bro.
All I
Just-
need to
just
know is that
respond,
you're
cool,
still
bro.
on the line.
Well, can you assume?
Breathe
that-
heavy into the phone line. That's all I.
as
That's
long-
all I need. Just a little
let him know
breath.
you're there.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Moving on.
Well, as long as I'm alive and I have my cell phone, I get the text.
No, it's like the second. It's like the second to last
Why
or
would I get
third
it?
to last episode of Ted Lasso. I would rather you hate me than to know you don't care about me.
You know what? I'm gonna
Wow.
turn my my text notification back on, and maybe that'll
even
help.
have it
No.
on?
No,
No,
that's
I'm
insulting more because I'm like, oh yeah, he looked at it. He deemed
No,
that
no,
it's
you can
not
see I
worthy.
read it.
Oh,
He deemed that
gotcha.
it's not
I
worthy.
used to have that on, and then until you told me like it was bothering you that you saw that I read the text and
Well,
I
then
didn't respond.
don't turn it back on.
Well,
Just you're gonna have to respond with at least one word.
He only replies.
Or smiley face.
Tom
Put a smiley
only
face.
replies to things that he deems are important, right? And
Well,
he
you're
does.
not
He
asking
only
me-
replies to things that he deems important. So if it's not of importance to him, he's not going to say anything about it.
Well, I don't know I don't know how to respond to texts when people tell me things instead of like if they don't ask me a question.
You're making it too complicated. You do this all the time. You're like, yeah, we went to this thing. I'm like, that's cool. That's all you got to do. It's that simple.
I
I'm gonna
feel
look at the last time that Tom engaged the text chat
I
itself.
Sometimes though he is.
I feel like if
himself,
you give you that's cool, it's like a.
No, you're overthinking it.
It's like an a-hole, like, oh, this guy thinks he's better than me. He gives me a that's cool. I put my heart and soul in these pumpkins.
We're live on Twitch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do better than that. If I respond, I gotta be like, oh, cool.
No,
Where'd
you
get it?
don't.
Like something, but if I go cool, thumbs up, it seems like a passive-aggressive,
it's not passive aggressive.
thumbs up, bro.
I'd stop
You're stupid
passive aggressive.
pumpkins.
I just get tired.
Damn.
I just get tired of feeling like you don't care.
I care.
You don't care.
It's like
I feel like your wife. Now I know how your wife feels. You know what? I'd divorce you. If this were an actual marriage, I would divorce the hell out of you.
But I tell my wife, I'm like, why do you? I know you're pretty. I'm like, I love you. Why would I be here if I did? Like, of course I love you. You know that.
Yeah, but like,
Why do you need to be told?
Maybe I'm going to try to argue as her. I need to be told because it's not just the instance of knowing that I'm pretty. It's the journey of knowing I'm pretty. It's the actual hearing you say it. It's the actions, because you're taking the easy way out by just saying it one time and never revisiting it. Are you uncomfortable saying it? Are you cheating on me?
The last time Tom sent us something was the old Mike Busey video of him.
Yeah.
Over the
Oh, yeah,
Hollywood
thanks for that. Yeah, so he sends us a video of Mike
That's
Busey
business.
pooping out of a helicopter, but he can't just give a thumbs up to my animatronic pumpkins.
I'll give
The
it a thumbs up.
priorities of this show are so flipped 180 that it's not even funny.
Can I get some sort of program, like software or whatever? That,
With automated responses?
yeah, that I could like set. So like anytime
believe so.
Daniel, my wife, or whatever, and then I could set some
But
sort
then
of.
you'll get them crossed and you're going to tell Danny looks beautiful.
I like how the guy who can't run software is asking for
Yeah.
software. That just doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
I knew the answer was
What
no.
you need is like some sort of stick that would lead on your iPhone and type things out for you.
Yeah. It's a lot of times when someone sends me a text, and this is like a flaw, obviously, because people are taking it wrong. But when someone sends me a text of something, they're like, "Look what I've done," I'm like, "Oh, cool," but I don't respond back.
Your phone just needs to take a picture of your face, seeing it the first time, so you're like, and it's like, and it's like, okay, oh look, he looks surprised, he liked it. That's actually not a bad idea.
I feel like I don't need to respond because he knows I saw it, and then by responding just a thumbs, I thought it was the opposite. By just responding thumbs up, it seems like it's like I'm
One of the
blowing
hardest,
you off.
One of the hardest things you ever did to me, and you continue to do it, is you do it like what you're just explaining right now. You leave the compliments that are in your brain you leave it up to me to remember that how you feel about me and to also reiterate those comments. And I'm too tired to do that. And it's sad that it's almost like you're so lazy you can't even say the things that your brain wants you to say.
And okay. You did the pumpkins, the projection.
projection, yeah.
Is that 3D mapping? One, or is it
No, I
regular
wish it
projection?
was. I mean, it's just a projector. But also, guys that say 3D mapping, I mean, there is an element of you are projecting him, and I guess I could say 3D mapping, and I guess I could say installation rather than like singing pumpkins. I could just go, it's an art installation.
And so you put it there, and then you show me the video, and the pumpkins are singing. It's on and it's cool that you did that. But it's like, how much am I supposed to like it? Like,
Well, that's not for me to decide.
I'm like, I mean, I don't think it's that impressive.
Then say that.
But that's a
Then say that. And
I like that, but it's cool that you did it.
I think your spider web sucks.
That's fine.
I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it now.
Halloween Wars.
I'm going to say the real
I
now.
think it
I'm gonna-
sucks,
I'm gonna-
too.
I think your entire home is embarrassing.
That's fine. That's why the decorations. Like, I don't know. I don't even like them that much.
so hurtful.
I'm not, but I don't mean to be. But I can't say.
Well, then maybe this is my fault. I'm the one that brought it up. So if you didn't say
like,
anything,
I don't think Halloween decorations are that cool.
You were
I mean,
doing
I
it
want
right.
it there for the kids.
you were doing it right. If you can't say
Like,
anything nice, don't say anything at all. So
right.
this is on me. I put this back on me. This
Like-
is my fault.
Because if you want him to be honest, it's not going to be good.
Well, I like honesty better than nothing.
I've,
Well, then it's going to be me.
I have no
Apparently.
I have no joy in life anymore. And this
My God.
Well, it's not okay. I have joy, but it's a different
I've got the joy,
Decorations.
down in my heart.
Like-
What?
Down in
Halloween decorations don't move. I'm not like, whoa, like
Doesn't move your needle.
like there it is. I don't know. My kids like it. I like that the kids like it, but other than that, I don't actually think they're cool. Why would I think they're cool? They're for kids.
All right. Look, you're the one that wants to talk about Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about how non-cool they are.
I
You wish you liked it.
I liked it, and I'm jealous.
See, the hatred coming out is just because he's jealous that he doesn't actually like anything.
I don't think he's
Yeah.
jealous of it. I think he can't
Nah.
figure out why he doesn't like anything.
No emotion.
Now I have emotion.
robot.
I just, I don't know.
Then why do you even put up your own spider
For the
and
kids.
spider web?
For the kids? Yeah, I never did Halloween decorations before I had kids.
Yeah, well, I didn't really either.
Yeah, and then so I do it for the kids, and they get a kick out of it. And I would get the projector with the pumpkins because if the boys got a kick out of it, like Maisie, that's what
liked
it's
it.
for.
She liked it.
But I would.
I like it too, though. I like the aesthetic on my home.
Yeah,
I think it makes it more fun and stuff.
It does make it more fun. I just don't. It's my own fault.
I get it.
I'm like, there it is.
I get it.
There it is.
And it's my fault. And
I don't know.
And I agree with you too because it's my fault also. Why would I look for somebody who doesn't give compliments to give me compliments?
Yeah.
Right?
Because you want.
I feel
Setting
like my
yourself up for
therapist is
failure.
talking to me right now. Exactly. I'm asking the one guy, and
You're
that's
asking him for the impossibility.
right.
The
I'm giving him the impossible task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
the
like
reason.
my wife.
And that's
Like-
the reason it means so much to me. That's the reason it's the Hope Diamond, right? Oh my God! I think I figured this out. And also, I use the word hope. I hope that he likes my pumpkins. Hope Diamond.
That's
We
fine,
tied it
I
all
like
together. Compliments from Tom are rare, like diamonds. This is terrific. I feel like we've had a breakthrough today.
I like your pumpkins.
Who are you talking to? You were looking at Sam when you said that.
Jesus.
It just, I don't know how much, what scale am I supposed to like
All
it?
right.
It's like,
Do you want to try?
I don't know.
Or do you want me to pick how much you? I think I know how much you like my pumpkins on a
I don't-
scale of 1 to 10. I think I know.
Well, I don't even.
You
I
want
don't
me to
even
give you the number?
like that much.
You like it a 3.
Yeah, that's about accurate. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's pretty
Also,
good.
his scale goes no higher than 4.
I mean,
His fun scale it stops at 4. 4 is a rip roar and rager. 3, okay.
sometimes when I see people do an insane, I saw on the BDM page that someone did
Oh, they're
They got graveyard.
They changed-
Yeah.
They're
they
way
changed-
better than me.
they change it every day and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot. All I can think about is how much work that is, and that's cool if you're doing it. Okay, I understand it a little bit, although it seems like way too much work.
It's really not that hard to understand. It's like people enjoy things the same way that you enjoy gambling. I don't enjoy gambling. I don't
True.
enjoy doing any of that
Yes.
kind of stuff. It does
Every-
nothing for me. I tune it out. Don't give a damn.
yeah. It's
Right?
zero. Yeah.
That's your hobby. That's your thing. People have different ones. You don't have to understand why they like it. Just like I don't have to
know.
understand why you like gambling. It's that simple.
I know.
So just because you don't like it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. You just don't like it.
I totally understand.
But you
And
should encourage people,
And I-
if they're happy, be happy for them.
I like the people. No, that's not. Daniel sent me the pumpkins. I'm happy.
You didn't say a damn thing.
No, but he's never happy.
But-
I know he's not happy.
But
he's only happy when he's staring at his phone and he found the edge and he's look at that! I made $60.
Should I say, I'm happy that you
Oh my
did
God.
this?
No.
What should I say?
You know what?
It's too
No,
much.
just keep doing
I
what
don't
you're
know.
doing. You're overthinking the crap out of it. You're ruining it.
Just
you could
thumbs
put,
up.
You could just put cool.
No, you know what? I don't
Cool.
want you to do anything. 'Cause
Cool
if you do cool, I'm gonna write back. I'm gonna be like, "That's a fake ass cool."
It seems like
If you wrote cool, I would hate you
It's
forever.
It seems like you're saying it in a
Then
Norm
just write
Macdonald
that
voice.
stupid. Just
Yeah.
write back that stupid.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
it's stupid. I think it's fine. Should I say it's fine?
Then say it's fine.
No,
But
you
no,
say it's
that
fine too much. That's your
seems-
catchphrase. That's been his
What should I
catchphrase for
say?
forever because nothing moves the needle with this guy.
Should I say that is
This is
impressive?
why. This
Say
is why.
that's something.
This, yeah,
that seems like a DM.
that is passive aggressive negative. This is why people want to see you have sex because they can't understand
Yeah.
how it happens.
Yeah,
because there's
I
nothing.
cannot
There's nothing in
imagine.
there.
No,
there's
I
nothing
can't
in there,
imagine.
man.
You don't need.
To me, he's asexual.
no,
Okay, like Morrissey.
Because I
I know.
Because I'm like a hard.
just on fire. You're so busy, so very busy. Wow.
I can work out hard. So
Okay.
I'm just
Why are
saying,
you bringing that up?
Well, I'm
Yeah, well,
just
you
saying,
sound like a
I-
more. I'll go work out hard.
I could put 100% into the mechanics.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know what-
I think I'll have to ask your wife about that.
Well, I'm just saying, like
So you can turn your brain off, and at that point, it's just literally an F machine.
No.
All right, I like that. The human F machine. Write this down. This is the best segment we've done it forever because it's rooted in facts.
Well, I'm just saying,
Oh man, human F machine, and I want to say it so bad because it's going to sound awesome.
Right.
If you were a wrestler, that would be your name.
And I've learned to do the lean over awkward kiss at the end.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what you're
my
talking about.
God. I know what he's talking about.
Well, when you end, I just want I want to run away. I just want to roll over and then be like, I have to go wash my. I did that just to make Travis laugh. Sorry. Anyway, I know I'm crazy. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm insane.
No, but I'm just saying that. No. There is nothing wrong with what you did.
I'm emotionally messed up.
I am looking back at me. The validation.
And you're both the complete opposites. You're too emotional. You're not emotional enough.
Yeah.
Neither one of you can give each other what you want.
No, we can't. But,
like
we're in love. But
That's
we're
like
in love.
a marriage.
We're in
Right.
love. But we're not.
You can't break each other from each other.
I'm not.
You can't.
Hold
I
on.
can't quit you.
I
Scenario.
love him, but I'm not in love with him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want him to compliment me and tell me I'm beautiful, and he wants me to stop growing at him. I get it. It's why it works too.
He wants you to sit there and take the mechanics.
Yeah. You know what? Follow him to hell. Take the mechanic. I think we had a breakthrough there. I feel better. Thank you for talking that through with me.
Back to the decorations, because I am, even though it's not, jealous isn't the right word, I'm envious of a
Are
person.
you though? Because
I am, because the people that I saw. Okay, I was at Fort Wilderness over the weekend,
and I don't even think you understand why I did it. I did not do this because I did this as almost as a dare because Andrea doubted me. But that's a whole different story. We'll get to.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha's here. Butler's here. Shout out to Top Shelf Aquatics for making our fish tank look amazing. Do me a huge favor. Download our app. Just search for a mediocre app, Tom and Dan, something like that. You'll get all of our content for free, and you can sign up to be a BDM member. We got some pretty big plans for BDMs this year. We're making some changes, but you're going to want to jump on now. Just go to tomanddan.com, download that app, and get all of our content. And if you subscribe, there is a love meter, so you can decide how much you love us. If you subscribe that way, you get extra shows and private parties.
This Saturday, there's a beer pong tournament at Hourglass Brewing right there in Longwood. We're going to have our new Tom and Dan Hourglass pint glasses that you can get for free. Just ask for one. They'll pour the beer in that, and you could take the pint glass home.
Love it.
So if you go by there, watch the beer pong tournament or participate, you got to be in the CBE group. Our craft beer enthusiast group is putting this on. But Butler's going to be out there. We got a bunch of prizes. Plus, there's all the giveaways at Hourglass and the pint glasses as well. So
if you've been to any CBE group event, they always do an excellent job, so you will not be disappointed. Check it out. You might end up joining a brand new craft beer enthusiast group on Facebook.
Let's do an email.
Alrighty.
All right, this says, I hope I'm not too late to this, but I was listening to the Friday Free show called Scoopin' the Hinds.
Not too late.
Tom was trying to negotiate the bird sitting with his wife. Here is my proposed solution he should present to Crystal. Week 1 through 3, 1 BJ per week. In exchange, Tom has to do 1 romantic gesture each week.
What's a romantic gesture? Like saluting a rose? Like what? What is that? What do you do?
Week 4, 2 BJs, no romantic gesture.
Oh, so he's saying the longer it goes, the more. This is like Squid Game.
Right.
Maybe.
Week 5, 3 BJs. Week 6, butt stuff, but Tom has to help clean the bird cages.
I'd rather.
Get the hell out of here.
Week 7.
This guy's zero concept.
I have a proposal for you, madam. Here it is.
Week 7, threesome, but Crystal gets to pick the girl.
It's not the Treaty of Versailles.
Also, maybe she doesn't want a threesome with a girl. Maybe she wants it with a guy, perhaps Seth. Week 8, Crystal gets to buy her own bird, but Tom gets to train the bird to gamble and pick winners for his weekend gambling.
This guy's just having fun at your expense.
He also-
7 weeks of birds, then I get Seth banging my wife. I'm recording it.
All right, my life's never been better.
He also gets to place a $10,000 bet on the Super Bowl with the birds' picks. Any guesses on how many weeks? My guess is 6 weeks, but none of the above will happen. Good luck to Tom and the family. I look forward to the updates.
The birds are coming soon because my mother-in-law.
Oh my God, it was like Game of Thrones, like before the last season. Remember winter? I mean, it was like winter is coming. Everybody's the silhouette of the Ice King or whoever the hell that guy was. Remember the blue white guy?
Yeah.
The old man, the Ice Man, the old Ice Man.
Old Ice Man's
this
coming.
is what the birds feel like.
Because the pod is now in front of my mother-in-law's house.
What's the pod?
Well, that.
Oh, okay. I thought there was someplace the birds live in.
No. It's where
Wait, put the birds in the pod. They'll love it.
She's got to take all her stuff out of her house and put it in the pod because they're basically annihilating everything inside. Taking the floors up, the walls out, all the cabinets, kitchen, countertops, everything, basically going down to the studs. And that's why that's when the birds are coming over because it's too loud, and that's the whole problem.
Again, I didn't know birds had ears.
Yeah,
continue.
Yeah, and so I'm waiting for it.
Also, they screech so loud themselves that you can hear them down the street.
No.
They're fine with loud noises.
Did you know their ears shut when they open their mouth? I think I'm serious. It's like an alligator's eyes. Yeah, I think it's like that. It's like when as their mouth is opening and they're ready, like that. Their ears are like shut down.
So I'm not sure when they're coming over, but I haven't asked because I feel like if I ask, they'll come sooner, right?
Yeah. Cut it
you
off.
know what? Now that's one of the first times I've ever fully agreed with you. You do not need to be bringing this up.
bring it up.
I feel like I'm like, when are the birds coming? They're like, they're here.
Right.
Oh, the birds! I forgot. Let me go get them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't want to say a word about the birds.
Although-
bird is not the word.
Although I think there's delays because
Bird delays.
I was
Southwest. There's no people manning the bird planes.
I was being told that I was going to have to start loading stuff into the pod on Monday, and that hasn't happened yet. So,
oh man, I didn't know you had to move her as well. I thought you were just getting the
my
I
birds.
did
God.
everything.
Oh
I'm
my
a
God.
slave.
You and Butler are the same person.
Yeah.
You're always signed up by someone else to do someone else's work.
Well, we married women that
Tell you what to do.
Tell us what to do.
Yeah, I think you guys like it though. I'm convinced that you're those guys that wear the gimp mask. You get kicked in the nards real hard, and you guys love it. You're like, yes, master, yes. Oh, crap on my face. Like I think you guys are like those type of people.
There's a Venn diagram of us and them.
You're in there a little bit.
But I think it's just the fact that we're go with the flow type of people, and we're easygoing. So, like Tommy will be. He'll have some old bitch wife
Stomping them good.
Oh, I joke. My only recourse is Tommy's wife
he'll
or
have a
husband
crowd.
or whatever
Yeah.
is
I
going to
hope
be
he
a
has a-
real bitch, and or him and my wife are going to fight. They're going to hate each other.
But they're the same person.
Yeah.
That's going to make your life more miserable.
Yeah,
All
this is a
holidays
drain.
are going to be bad.
This is a drain. I'm feeling a spiral here. You got to pull this thing up, man. You got to fix this.
By that time, I imagine that I'll be real
Divorced?
checked out on just hanging with my plants. And we're talking 15, 20 years. I'll be basically high. All the time. And then, I'll just be outside talking to my plants, and then my wife will be mad.
You'll do that move when your wife talks to you. I do it with Maisie. I do it with Andrea sometimes now. Andrea will be telling me something. I'll be like, my answer, because I didn't fully hear it, is like, is that so? And that's what old people say.
Yeah.
I'm becoming. I can feel it. I'm doing my best to. I feel like I'm almost like a miniature gargoyle because, if I stay still for too long, I can feel my skin start to dry out and turn to stone. I can feel it a little bit. So I have to move. I have to move and groove. That's why old people are kicking and stretching and they do water aerobics. You can't let that. You can't let that happen.
60 years old.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel, though.
Maybe you should just give up and go full old while you're young.
Okay.
That's what Sam's husband's doing, and it's good. It's working.
I don't know.
He's a powerful man.
Just go.
He's always throwing her for a loop with his preemptive elderly dress, preemptive elderly phrasing, preemptive elderly attitudes.
He walks around with a toothpick in his mouth like an old man.
Yes, he does. He's a toothpick man. We haven't talked about that. I'm jealous. Travis is doing it right. Her Travis. Our Travis is doing it wrong.
See, I feel like, and this will kill me, by the way. Like, as I start hurting more, I do more because I'm mad at it. And, like, as my
Yeah,
eyes.
that doesn't help.
Dumb old man.
Yeah.
As your
Dumb
eyes
old man.
don't work, you're like, work!
Yeah. I just get mad, and then, like, I'm like, my hands hurt. I'm like,
I'm going to use them.
I'll use them. And then I
That's
get
what
mad.
little kids do. It's like they lost the Xbox.
Yep.
You know, they lost the game in Madden. They smashed the controller, right?
Well, it's not even like that. It's like you don't accept it. My pop didn't accept it, and like he didn't want to use his walker. And this is he was 90. You know, like he didn't even stop like climbing on his roof until like 88, 89. Like he was still climbing on his barn roof until finally the neighbors like told him like you're going to die. And he still didn't care. And then I think they hit his ladder. I can't remember. But it was something that he's mad at. Life alert. He punted that in the trash or sent it back. He was mad at all of it. And that would be me too.
I think the confusing thing here, because I am trying to figure out why the audience seems to be enamored with the equation. I'll call it an equation. It appears as if the audience is enamored with the equation of the birds because they only see one pathway out. And the only one-way, it's a one-way path. Like, we all know that the birds are coming. Yeah. We all know that they're going to be there. We all know that it's going to be terrible. We all know that you're going to be at your wit's end. They're rooting for you, though. I feel like if we're writing the storyline of the show, why they're obsessed with it is deep down in the back of their mind, almost in their subconscious. They want you, and they want to see what it would be like if you actually said no birds. But they're convinced that that will not happen.
It will never happen.
No.
So they still want to see it play out. Does that make sense? I think that's the vibe I feel.
I don't even think they want the bird. They like.
You think they want it?
They want me to be miserable.
I don't think they do.
That's entertainment.
I thought that at first, but now I think they want, because we've done the birds.
Yeah.
I think they want
something different.
Something different. I think they feel like they want
They
to
do like
see-
Angry Tom.
They do like Angry Tom. When you step out and you fall,
Give 'em a little emotion.
You fall into that character of Angry Tom. They seem to gravitate to it. They do.
And maybe it won't be that bad.
Maybe they've changed, these birds.
They haven't changed. They got worse, actually.
Do they get worse?
Everybody gets worse
Is
as they
there
get
a way?
older.
This is a true
Yeah,
question.
they bite you crazy.
Is there a way to calm their screams?
THC.
No, you don't.
Hold on. Wait. What if
I didn't think about
I
that.
put a drop
A gummy?
of tincture in
No, you'd
their
have to-
water
it'd
or
have
something?
To be, I think it'd have to be
Like a CBD. People give dogs CBD to calm them
CBD
down
cookies and stuff.
during storms and
Yeah.
whatnot. Like it's a thing.
You need to
Can I
give
give
these
the CBD
bird,
to a
hold
bird?
on. Seed BD.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
Like how
Seed
much
BD?
CBD can I give to a bird that'll calm its squawking?
I feel like not a lot because they're small, right?
know.
Small birds. It's got to be the ratio of their weight, I would assume.
I mean, you can't overdose them. I mean, so it's just, they'll just be.
You might be able to. I don't know if it would.
No.
do
I don't
it.
know how they digest it.
Yeah, how do they process it? Do the birds have livers? Wait, Bubba does because he.
Yeah, he's got a fatty liver.
You can't give.
you can't give
That's
him-
a special diet.
Oh my God! Hold on a
shots.
second. You can't give him CBD. You're going to screw around. You're going to give Bubba the bird with the swollen liver CBD. He's going to get healthy. And he's going to live longer at your house. You can't be doing that. You can't do anything healthy for him. So CBD is
Just
off.
give him a ton of peanuts, let him die.
Yeah, no, you can't poison him. It's got to be
It's not
something.
poison, it's delicious.
No, what you don't understand here is he has to be guilt-free. There's no way that he can do anything that in any way would harm these birds. You're not that type of person anyway.
No.
So it's got to be something completely passive. It's got to be like,
The CBD will maybe help them
can
calm.
you get the birds to play a series of childhood games where the losers die?
It's the cockatoo, the white one, which is actually the only one that doesn't bite your
That's
fingerprints off.
Ginger, right?
Yeah, Ginger.
I do like Ginger. She's beautiful.
You could actually hold her, but she's stressed out. She's got anxiety or
She's
something.
dealing with these birds that are annoying as hell.
And then she rips some of her feathers out of her neck.
Well, my
she
wife
got
does that. My wife's got her hair
it
falling
seems like
out.
a miserable experience for them too.
a big
Take them out of their misery.
poofy head and a tiny pencil neck and then a big poofy body. And there's like, oh my
Get
God.
her a scarf.
And then
Nah, you can't, birds don't wear scarves. I've tried.
And then Bubba
Well, actually, I've tried with street birds. I don't know about domesticated.
Yeah, Ginger needs a scarf.
Bubba and Peanut have somehow mated, but they're like
Bubba
I
and
guess they're
Peanut
lesbian.
are working for the wolf right now. They're across town doing country radio, sir.
And they have somehow mated or become lifelong mates.
Oh,
or
they're
something.
buddies?
Maybe
That's
they're
good.
just
That's
best
good.
friends.
That's good.
Yeah, but I think birds
It's like you and Jessica.
Yeah.
They become
You're gonna do a photo shoot together.
couples or whatever, and they but they're bite crazy now, so you can't get anywhere.
So they're a
near
little
them.
more protective.
Yeah. Except for Bubba does like males. She'll bite any female, but males she won't bite.
Give me that D.
But maybe she will.
yeah. Depends on the mood.
She'll bite my sons, but they stick
Well,
their
they're
fingers in
basically
there.
little girls.
Yeah. You can't tell. They're the Gruden of birds.
Oh my god.
They're different for a different time. They're born 40 years ago.
Are they really that old?
Bubba's older than I am.
Bubba's that bird. That bird uses the N word more than any other word. Every other word.
It
is
was
the
a different
N-word.
time.
I'm like, easy
The
over
80s.
there. You sound like a gangster rapper. What are you doing?
So they'll. Here, maybe I should bribe. Okay, what about this? Do I bribe the construction guys to get the job done faster? That ain't gonna work.
No,
I
that's
just
not
talked myself. They don't care.
What's
They
funny
don't
about
care.
that?
They give a
As
damn
you-
about
as
your
you were saying that, I was like,
comfortability.
is that even a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know that construction workers could work fast.
Yeah, they're like.
Sorry, construction workers. I'm just saying, I didn't know. Or handyman. You mean to tell me there's such a thing as a handyman that can finish in one day?
Nope.
I
Good
call
job.
BS.
Yeah.
I call BS.
And they're like, your mother-in-law already paid us full price, and we're still doing a bad job. So even if you paid us more, we'll still do a bad job.
yeah. So why don't you
And
go
it'll
back to
take-
your house and I'm going to poop on her toilet and eat a bologna sandwich at the same time?
You know what they did do, which I thought was odd? They put a porta potty out in front of her house, which
Let's just smoke weed.
the neighbor's plumber used, which my mother-in-law like made a comment about, and I was like,
Don't use that. That's ours. It's a porta potty. Anybody can use it.
well, that's what I was like. If it's a porta potty, even if it's on your property,
Yeah,
is
fair
it?
No, I don't know, man. It's on my property. Do not use it.
Well,
I'm with her.
That's what she said.
I stand with her.
But
Well,
she
then
said,
come get me.
I.
What are you going to do? You ain't going to touch
It's
that
part
thing.
of the construction price.
But then I said, what does it matter what construction worker
nice.
uses? It's all the
See,
same
this is the problem that we're
Mountain
in.
Dew
don't
doo-doo.
put your
No,
doo-doo in
this-
my yard.
Look, this is me. This is me talking, Mr. Line in the Sand for everything. But this is why society is going in a negative direction, is because we're not willing to just be okay with other people doing things that are harmless to our lives. If we're going to draw a line in the sand because we don't want Joe Plumber to not crap his pants, and we're like,
Why
nah,
isn't
dog.
he using the bathroom in
Sorry.
the house he's working on?
Well, if you can't.
That's real frowned upon. You don't
just
do that.
Use the porta potty. It's a porta potty. It's meant for people that aren't. It's a non-permanent toilet.
Although it
On
is-
my property.
Yeah, it is a porta potty for those construction workers. Now, maybe if I
I'm
was
just saying, be cool. That's why we're in this mess, because people like Sam aren't cool.
I think if
Be cool, Sam.
those
I'm cool, but don't do it in my yard.
No, it's
If I'm
not
paying
in your
for it.
yard. It's in a porta
Well, what would
potty.
he have done if it wasn't in my yard?
What do you mean? Like if it was?
What would he have done?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, with no porta potty, there's no issue.
He would have
then.
drove to 7-Eleven
there's
or
nothing to
something.
argue.
yeah. He goes to
The argument
7-Eleven.
isn't that the argument that is that we have a porta potty.
So
If
then,
we have a
would
porta
he?
potty,
Would you let him come into your home if he's your neighbor?
no. But if I had a porta potty, I'd let him use it. You're changing the argument. I'm saying if we
I'm
had
out.
a porta
I'm
potty,
out. It's on my yard.
if we had a porta potty in my yard and Stu and Sue have a tile guy out there cutting tile and he's about to crap his dockers, hit the porta potty.
Were the
Not a big
construction
deal.
workers upset about it?
I don't think they happened to be there at the time.
I don't think they care.
I'm sure they
it's
would.
a non-permanent toilet.
Because those construction workers, I mean, they're harder men. They're not, they don't take any BS. So if you're using their porta potty, I bet they would say, get the F out of here, or they'd jackass push it down.
Juan, nobody is pooping in the yard. I anti that. I'm saying if there is a porta potty, like if we had one right out here and people walking by were using it, well, sorry, it's a porta potty.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Listen, I don't care about anything. I just thought it was interesting.
It is interesting to be like, don't poop in my private porta potty. That's a weird thing.
It's although it is technically on your property and use for your construction workers only, not the neighborhood construction workers.
This is the old trash can debate, just in a different form, right? It'd be like,
They also use their
Now,
no,
see?
that's a stickier mess.
No, why? It's just trash.
No, I know. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is in any way, way, shape, or form going to align.
So she had a dumpster in front of her house when they were redoing her roof, like they always do, right?
Right.
And then a neighbor did throw some like a cabinet in there or
If
whatever.
it's a big item, then I have a problem with that. Because like one pee-pee in the porta potty or a poo-poo in the porta potty,
Yeah,
you're
that-
not stacking it up with turds to the point where nobody can use it. There is a difference here, and I don't understand why people can't
I
see
agree,
that.
I agree.
Why do we have to just be like all or nothing? Why does it have to be all or
If
nothing?
you throw your Burger King cup in your
fine.
dumpster, you're
yeah.
fine. But if you start putting like
Sheets of drywall.
a 6'5",
What if they put their dog doo-doo in there?
that's
fine.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because you put like a big item, you could actually be filling it up to the point where then I can't fit all the stuff, and now you're causing me a problem, right? Like, so you're not going to cause a problem with one doo-doo in your porta potty.
Right,
it's
that's
not going
what
to fill
I'm
up, so
saying.
it doesn't matter.
But I will say that if I have a porta potty on my property, pardon me, too much caffeine. That is your problem, I think, by the way, because now I'm doing it. And then you go in there to use it, and that water line is all the way to the top, and you can't fit one more turd in there. Don't use it. Leave that for me.
Yes, yeah.
Leave that for me. That's mine.
Yeah. But it's not bothering anybody.
No.
Well, that was my whole argument with the damn one wheel on the pathway.
Yeah, but I pick and choose my arguments.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just like most of America does,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah.
what we do. We
Yeah.
pick and choose what we want to argue.
Yeah.
And as I get a little bit older, I'm a little more liberal, I think. You know what? Use your one wheel on the path. I'm okay with it.
Let's do another email.
So you guys were talking to Kenny on the show about pedophiles, and it reminded me of my shopping experience the other day. The wife and I were shopping with the little one at a place that rhymes with moss, and there was an interesting-looking character sitting back by the changing rooms. My wife kept looking at home and came to the conclusion that he's definitely a pedophile wanting to kidnap our 2-year-old. She was scared to try on more clothes and wanted to leave, but I was high, smelling all the candles, and didn't want to go. So I investigated the dude myself. I slowly walked up to see what he was doing on his phone, and he was innocently browsing swords for sale. Turns out, just a need. We saw him leaving a little later with a woman who appeared to be about 200 years old, who he agreed had to be his sugar mama.
Wait, so is the point of the email to prove that his wife jumped to conclusions, assuming that the man
Yeah.
alone standing by the changing room was instantly a pedophile? Or
Yeah, I think
and there was
so.
paranoid. He was just looking at swords. Yeah.
But most pedophiles do own swords. That is a weird.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot less pedophiles than people think. I know they think everybody's a pedophile and
Have
everybody
you
in a van.
checked your registry around your neighborhood?
And yeah, but those are sex offenders, and that could be a wide array
Yeah.
of different charges. Like
There's
mean-
one from the station that used to work. There's a guy that ended up
there's-
dating an underage girl, and he's registered.
yeah, I mean, there's pedophiles, which is a disease, I think, like a mental disorder, and a sex offender, which could be you could be a damn animal or a horrible person, or it could be a bad happenstance you found yourself into, or whatever. It's just a lot of. I think the predator is probably rarer in our society than we want to believe, because
I don't really-
we're all nervous of it.
I don't fault
It's
moms
the most
though for
scary thing you could think of.
Yeah, of course. I don't fault moms though for walking by there and you see it and you're like, what the hell's that guy doing?
And
I've done that before.
one of probably a few things that people could do to you or your family that would cause you to murder someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see myself taking a human's life if they molested my son.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I would feel no remorse
Easiest
about it.
thing I ever did.
Even though I went to jail and there's a lot of things, my son would be like, well, now you're in jail.
Right.
It would be
I think I wouldn't get that much time, though.
it would be a
because
very
I would
poor
play-
decision.
I'd get a good lawyer, and then I'd say whatever. Like I would be like, I was.
You don't think you're going to get a lot of time for premeditated murder?
No, I would make it look not premeditated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whatever. I would would play it smart. And then the jury would be like, yeah, if this guy molested his kid, he killed him. Like, I think
Isn't it
juries
just
are
easier,
cool
Blaze?
about that.
I think Blaze of Glory is just easier.
What do you mean? Well, no, I just want to kill the pedophile.
No,
And
I
then
want to do that, but then I'm
and then-
out. Like, I'm going to go, I'm out. I mean,
No, don't leave your family.
Yeah.
No, why?
I did what I needed to do. I served my purpose.
No, you can stay because
No.
you won't do that much jail time.
No, I don't know.
Because the jury, it's amongst your peers, and then
Sam's on the jury. She said it was premeditated. She's sending me up the river, so
Yeah.
I'm walking into the ocean slowly.
But my lawyer picked a bunch of parents with kids to try to be on my
No,
side.
they
so
agreed
they'll-
with Sam. I'm walking into the ocean.
No. He'll do some time. He'll do like Martha Stewart time.
Well, you understand that the jury just has to go by what the law actually is, and they don't sentence you. The judge will sentence you.
No, I know, but a lot of times they're dodos, and they'll just try to I side with this guy. Let's figure out how we can help him.
Related, unrelated.
They
do
do
not
that. They
follow-
do that.
Okay.
Related,
And
unrelated.
the juries are biased sometimes. I mean, on the opposite side too.
I got one last question from our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/TomAndDanLive. Christine asks, some of the houses around me have sold very high because of the market. Is that going to screw up comps, or does it benefit me that these prices are going up?
Well, so is that a homeowner?
Yes.
Okay, so are you going to sell your house? It does you no good. Like,
It only does you good if you want to
Yeah,
move.
Yeah,
If you want to finance or get equity out or sell the house,
right, like if you plan on living there for 15 years,
love jet skis.
whatever's happening in the market right now,
Not going to matter.
it gives you peace of mind maybe that like if you had an emergency, you could take a home equity line out or you could sell and you would make your money. But if you're planning on staying, equity's only good if you're going to spend it.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my wife when I want to drain everything and just go crazy, go psychopath.
One of the myths that we've run into quite a bit in the last year that I thought's been kind of interesting is the way people have approached us and said, well, you guys must be doing really well in this market.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
It's
you
like,
must
here,
be
you must
killing
be
it.
getting rich off all this. And you got to understand, half of our market has gone away. Like, we used to do equal buy-sell side. Now, the buyer side's dwindled, and the sell side's come down quite a bit.
Yeah, this is not good for you.
It's not a great time. No.
And each buyer is like 10 times the work now than it was before because you gotta try so much harder to get them under contract.
Right.
That
It's not a balanced marketplace.
No.
Like we have an imbalance right now, and honestly, we're talking houses, and if you're not interested in buying a house, then I guess you're like, oh, boring.
fast forward.
But you guys having the experience in this market is really where it counts because if you use a realtor that doesn't know what's happening currently and hasn't had experience of buying and selling houses, then they're going to do it like they did pre-pandemic, right? They're going to be like, oh, this is the way it's always been done. Well, that's out the window.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So apparently what this imbalance in the market does is get a lot of people to go get their real estate license.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm telling
no.
you, and Bart has a particular thing about not poo-pooing on other agents when we come in here,
No,
which
you
I
guys
totally understand.
No,
'cause
you guys are pros,
Listen,
and
a lot of
yeah.
people are out there working really hard and they're great at their jobs, but currently, like all the deals that we've been doing lately, the other agent has like 1 or 2 deals under their belt, and then we sort of have to drag them through the transaction and
Yeah, you
tell
got to
them
do their job.
Right.
Yeah, and they screw things up and they tell everybody the wrong information and
Or
we
they
have
don't
to
schedule
correct
things
it.
or-
They don't schedule things.
my God.
It's like it's like you're babysitting the other side. Like, are you meeting your deadlines? Are you on top of things? Where's your loan commitment? It's really a pain in the ass.
Standing in the parking lot before we walked in, I was talking to Crystal about an agent we're having an argument with over the price of a survey, and this woman has no idea what she's talking about. I'm like,
she's yelling at us about the price of the survey, and I'm like, your buyer chooses the survey. Like, your
right.
client is the one who picks
Yeah,
the
I didn't-
survey company. This is not me. Why are you yelling at me? I don't understand.
'Cause they
But
don't have
she
any
has no
idea what they're doing.
Actually, this same agent has requested that we give her 24 hours to respond to any communication that we have with her, which is not how it works in real estate. Like, it's within the hour or 2 hours, you should respond to somebody. But anyway, she called me one day and she's like, "Sorry, I'm on break at Amazon, and I'll get with you later when I'm off."
I'm peeing at a job.
I'm getting frisked. They're making sure I'm not stealing into the Amazon brand batteries I've been stuffing in.
Those batteries are
She was-
terrible.
she was-
Terrible batteries.
She was in training and like. Not anything against her, but like,
No,
she sounds
she's
like an old
obviously-
lady.
She's trying to hustle, man. She's
Yeah.
working her ass off. That poor
No,
lady.
she probably is. But you know what? If you don't have time to do this job, like you're holding a lot of your client's best interest in your hands. Like,
Yeah.
you cannot do a bad job at this job. And if you don't have time to do it, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
you know,
you're-
like
you're screwing over people's lives.
Right. They want to get in and sell one house for their cousin or whatever and then make the commission and
This
then never
sounds-
look back. But that's not.
That's what I want to do.
This sounds exactly like
That sounds awesome.
This sounds like the
I want to
meeting-
get my license.
It sounds like the same meeting you had with Butler yesterday, where you're like you're playing with people's lives.
Because I think the stereotype is like, oh, my aunt's she's got a real estate license. She works at Amazon. I'm like, I'm going to throw her a bone and get her the commission. She's had 2 deals. One of them was in 2012, and
That's a good year, though. That's a good year.
And then she did a couple before the pandemic. She had no idea what to do in
it's
this
different
market.
now.
She'll never land you a house. She's going to go in there and be like, we'll offer them $15,000 under asking, and we'll ask for
Yeah,
repairs. And
that's-
it's like, you'll never get nothing.
That's another thing. Like, I'll as the listing agent, I'll have the buyer's agents calling and saying, "Hey, I just want to, connect with you and chat about my client." And I'm like, "Honey, I got 18 offers. I'm not going to remember you."
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be rude, but now
I like the honey on that.
It used to be that you'd call and make a connection, right? And you want to like develop some sort of rapport with the other agent. And these people are coming in with a full price offer. That's not going to cut it anymore.
We still do kind of do that. Where when they're sending the offer, and if they're an idiot, well, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Put that pile, But if you're able to,
The idiot pile.
you get 20 offers.
Bart's trying to get
the point.
BDM's the house. So
Yes,
he'll do whatever.
yes.
He'll manipulate the idiot to get you the house. That's all I'm saying. You don't want the idiot working for you. You want
That's
Bart.
not my point. That wasn't my point. My point is that agent who's doing that is doing sort of an old school method and coming in with just full price and nothing else.
Yeah.
And when they don't get it, they call me and say, "Oh, Crystal, what happened? I thought things were going well. Why didn't we get it?" And I'm like, "You have no idea. You gave me full price. Like, that's not going to cut it right now." Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they just have no idea. So it's a disservice to their buyer who they're trying to work for, and they're not
Man,
doing
they're probably
what it
hanging
takes.
their dreams up too, right? Like they're telling
Yeah,
them,
they're
"It's
like, "Oh,
going
you made a great
good."
offer. I talked to the agent. She was really nice."
I hate
Well,
that.
guess what? That's not what you need to be doing right now. That's not what it takes. And you don't know that because you're not out here doing it every day. That's my point. I'm out here doing this every day. And Bart and I know what kind of offers are going to get accepted.
Yeah, Tom. Jesus, what the hell's wrong with you? You
I'm
idiot.
just saying, like, you get a person out there who's not been doing this for very long, they're not going to do the best job for you.
They're not. And you also hypercare.
I hypercare
Because it's like a sickness
to where
you
I
have.
don't sleep
Yeah,
at night.
I know. I know you do.
I'm gonna make a statement, and
Oh,
this
no.
has nothing to do with Bart and Crystal.
I don't
They're
like
not
it
saying
when you
it.
say when you say that. I always want to leave the room until the statement's over because I don't know what he's going to say.
If you are an older realtor that doesn't do it full time, and I'm going to throw out the age of
This
60.
hey,
If you're over the age
I
of
need
60,
to say, Bart and I have nothing to do with whatever you're about to say.
well, hold on. I'm married to you. I say this in the house.
Crystal,
I did not say this in the
Crystal, it's Jerry. Why didn't we get it? I put my offer in. Why didn't we get it, Crystal?
If you don't do it full time and you're over 60, you don't have any idea what you're doing.
It has nothing to do with age.
I'll bet $100
Listen,
on it.
I'm here doing a showing, Crystal. I locked myself in the bathroom.
If you're over 60, you don't do
No,
real estate
I
full time.
disagree. I disagree.
Oh, I like
Age
that.
has
$100
nothing to
bet.
do with it. Some older agents that have been doing this a really long time, they've seen the market ebb and flow throughout the years. They know how to adapt. But if you're not doing it full time, I'll agree with that part. Then you're going to have a more difficult
No
time
email,
servicing
paper
your
only.
client.
Over
I think some of the
60
top producing agents in Central Florida are older.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but
they've been doing
through-
it a long
They've
time.
been through a lot.
Yeah,
They've
but
seen
they're-
this before.
There's that, yeah, but
I was
they're
here for the Spanish flu.
and I'll say I'll be ageist on the other side, under 30. Same thing. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
need a sweet spot in the
Definite
middle.
with you.
Yeah.
Everything with it was definite.
Oh, I know.
It's like,
31 to
if you're
59.
this age and this age, you're optimum for doing it.
And
And if you're not, go kill yourself.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
I'm just,
Jeez.
generally, that's what makes sense to me.
I don't like old people either. I'm
They're
with
fine.
you.
They
Remember, I'll follow you to hell.
Yeah, I'm just saying, and this happened to me cognitively. Like the experience, like you have a lot of experience, but you can't remember it.
You had a lot of concussions.
I know.
That's true.
If I could remember how to handle this during the pandemic, I'd be selling houses.
Listen, I'm slowly dying. I walk into the garage. I'm like, why'd I come in here? I have no idea. And then I walk around. I'm like, I still don't know.
Well, you're high.
And I'll never know. All that
Yes.
doesn't help.
I did something yesterday for the first time. I started trying to navigate Apple TV with a pair of glasses on and a pair of glasses on my head. I had one prescription pair on top and one were on my eyes, and I'm like, oh man, it's a bad.
I was pointing my phone at the TV with the remote control app on.
Oh my God.
Right, like it's Wi-Fi.
Oh man, that's a bad one. That's a bad one.
And my sons called me out.
Oh,
They're like, what are you pointing at? And I'm like, oh yeah,
idiot.
I guess.
Well, they're digital boys,
I guess
man.
I
You ain't got a
don't need
chance with those guys.
need to point my phone. Like it just
It doesn't work like that.
it goes through some other way. I don't even know. Anyway,
magic.
So, any other things as we close on houses? Then we'll get into some other politics. John Gruden, all that stuff.
I don't want to get into politics.
Oh, okay. That's not what this is about.
I don't want to paint a picture that scares people away. Give us a call if you got questions, because that's the best first step if you are interested in buying. Selling houses is really more strategic right now. We can definitely help out anybody who wants to do that. If you're looking at buying something, give us a call. Maybe we can work out a plan. If you got, if you got cash and great financing, then, absolutely. If you don't, maybe we can talk and see if we can help out.
I would like to do an open house where I give away some cookies and then invite my nosy neighbors and some homeless people in there.
I like that idea.
That helps a lot.
But do it where you have a showing where you're giving one tour at 1 p.m. and then have everybody show up and then go, the doors have been locked. We're now going to play an escape room game. And then do an escape room for
Squid
everybody
Game.
to get out. Yes, then do Squid Game.
Oh yeah, watch the beginning of first episode.
What'd you think of that? Did you guys watch it together, right? Like, what'd you think?
I prefer the dubbed version. Who's with me with that?
Yeah, I like dubs.
Oh, yeah.
I like to hear
The acting
well, you
is-
can't read.
The acting is so bad on the dub.
See, I don't think it is.
See, that's
but
how I feel.
Everybody appears, but I think
It's
maybe
like a goofy white guy's voice.
I think it's because I think my acting is good, so that's why I like the dub.
What do you want? The stereotype?
That's typically why I can't do dub stuff
but-
either.
I wish they had the voiceover guy.
The emotions don't match the face.
Super.
Right.
See, I think they do, but maybe I'm the weirdo because, like, I thought I'm the weird thing is I'm the 180. I'm like, I think the voice acting is really good. I've been saying that to people, and then everybody else is like, nah, man,
It's
it's
just
terrible.
opinion.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well.
Should you give him an Asian accent? That's my only thing. It's like make it a
Well,
little.
it is a little weird when the guy's long samurai hair and he's like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
Let's do the Squid Game, bro.
Like, what the hell?
Just give him.
Well, the
an
one guy,
Asian
hey,
American.
darling, and I'm like, hold on, oh, the phone.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
All right. So, and the easiest way to contact you guys is just on the website. Your cell phone numbers are on there, right?
BarthaRealtor.com. I think Crystal the Realtor.com.
Why do you look so sad?
Maybe
now?
we got
You
to
okay?
talk to DivUps about that.
Do we want to talk about how before the show you were yelling and screaming and your wife liked it?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I did.
I had-
Hey, Sam liked it too.
I had Tuttle.
I've been waiting for Angry
I almost
Tom.
called Butler. I combined Butler with Tuttle, and I called him Tutler.
Butler really liked
Yeah,
it. Like,
Butler wrote it down to talk about on Friday.
Why do you guys like that?
Because it's emotion.
Yeah.
yeah, like you're just
I
like
liked
a
it.
We know you're real now.
right,
Yeah.
like you're just a blank piece of paper
You're
over
not-
there most of the
You're
time.
not vanilla. You know what that was, buddy? That was mint chocolate chip, and I liked it.
Little flavor.
It was a little flavor, man. It's some crunchies in there. Got some texture. I like it when you get spicy. I can see where your wife would find that attractive.
It's
It
passion.
Poofs your hair up. Your skin turns bright red. Anger.
Oh, you're excited about something.
I know, right?
I want to ask Bart a question. So,
See, he deflected, and he
Yep.
he's like, "This is getting too uncomfortable for me because they're giving me compliments, and I'm gonna go to Bart, go to my safe
Don't
space."
talk about me.
Avoidance.
say you had a mother-in-law with some birds, and
Oh, man.
and your wife's like, "Hey, can the birds come over while?"
I already wrote a song
Mom-
about this. I haven't even put it out yet. I wrote a bird song.
Well, my mom, redoes her house, and it should be, they just have to knock out all the tile and wait till like the loud and all the.
They haven't even come over yet.
Oh, he's a
coming.
The birds are coming.
I
he
saw
said.
them
what
pop.
they
The
say?
ad campaign for these birds, Crystal, is better than the HBO Game of Thrones ad campaign. Winter's coming. Like this whole thing is the birds are coming. The birds are coming. The chat room is anticipating it. They're waiting for when the birds are there. They want me to live stream them coming to the house.
You know, they say like number one cause of stress is worrying about things
birds?
that are going to happen. No.
That's the funniest thing ever. Number one cause of stress is birds.
I'm just.
You're worrying about something that's not even happened yet.
Yeah,
And-
but
and
he
you're
knows.
stressing
But I
about
know
it.
what's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Feathers are
Worry
coming.
about it later.
Everybody screams like, "You don't know what's gonna happen." I'm like, I know.
He's done the math, the bird math.
And
I mean,
because
I
what
feel like these things come in triplicate too, right? It's like Louis Armstrong doll, 3 birds. What's the next thing?
Hey.
The next thing is going to be like you're dead or you're tied to your bed. Their
I
house
told
is
Crystal
burning.
about that, and she hit it. Which I'm like, well, someone
Don't
finds
put
it
it
now.
in the
It's worse.
closet. You put it in the closet. I open to get a dish towel. He's standing at the bottom singing at me.
I love Louis Armstrong. You know, the first song Tommy ever sang and the
Yes,
first
I
book
know
he
this.
ever read was Wonderful World. And he sang it to his preschool class when he was like 3.
Yeah,
It
but
was so cute.
I didn't understand all the deep,
I
the
love
deep
all his
politics
music.
into like the like he was doing that in a racist. time.
see racist
I know.
And
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Then that's it. Like
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
There's a shucking and jiving thing, right? That
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like people had to
Performative,
do. And then that whole thing is like we shouldn't look at it.
Don't look
put a
at
towel
it.
over it.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe put it in with the birds in the cage, and then
Oh,
it's
that's
fine.
worse. Now the birds are pooping on it. They're like, "What does this mean?"
No, they would like
Gotta
it.
peck it to death.
They would like it.
Anyway, so Bart, say this is my main problem because if
This
I
is my last resort. I thought that's what you're gonna do.
Yes.
Suffocation on murdering.
so if I had a accurate timeline, then I would be like, all right, I got 5 days with the birds, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll
Like a
plan it out.
countdown.
Like Tuesdays
I'll go
with
to,
Maury.
I'll go to True Leave.
5 days
I'll
with
stock up. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get through it. I could.
it's going to be 3 weeks. I just don't know when it's going to start.
Jesus Christ.
Bart's out.
I could not listen to that first.
Yeah.
You don't. They don't scream if you're paying attention to them. Just like me.
Wait. That was a joke on herself.
Crystal.
We won't kill you if you stop at red light. It's your fault. Anyway, see, here's the
3
the
weeks
biggest-
is hard, man. 3 weeks is hard.
You're saying 3 weeks,
But if
because-
anybody can do it, you can do it.
Well, now I'm even more worried because that's what contractors told your mom. Which you told. If I know contractors,
You
about
don't.
3 weeks, that's,
They don't pay for their BDM memberships. I know that.
They're,
No, that I came up with 3 weeks because that's how long it took to do our floors and kitchen. So that's what I.
well, hold
assumed.
on. The demolition only took 1 day. I saw those guys. They were in and out.
Yeah,
they
they were
didn't
pretty
give
fast.
a damn. The smoke alarm was going off.
Yeah, but then there's no kitchen. So like, where are the birds going to get their water and their fresh vegetables?
Oh my god.
The kitchen fresh vegetable.
Oh my God, I don't even
They
get my
get the
dog.
Guardian water. service water?
I swear to God, I scoop my dog's water straight out of the doo-doo hole, like right out of the toilet. I'm like, there you go. It's fresh. Fresh as a mountain stream,
Yeah, but
just
that's
like
a
God
dog.
intended.
A bird is more delicate.
I don't know. They're
Are
killing
they
machines.
dinosaurs?
I thought they're killing machines.
I thought they were the most tough.
You're not wrong.
They've been around forever. That bird. Wait,
They
you
live
have one-
outside.
Wait a minute. They got to be the toughest because don't you have one bird that's 118 years old? Like Ginger has been singing Mariah Carey before Mariah Carey
No,
was born.
it's Bubba, and she's like 45.
Yeah.
I'm 45. Oh my God.
God.
Dog, the bounty hunter liver.
Oh, she does. She has a fatty liver. No joke. That's
I know.
We talk about it all the time.
that's why she has to have her fresh vegetables cut.
I need fresh vegetables because the doctor says I eat too many almonds. I got a fat liver.
It is no joke, but every
Like an old
time.
redneck coming out on the porch of like she needs like a tiny trailer that she can come out on and be like,
Don't blame me. Ain't my president.
It's no joke, but every time I mention it, everybody laughs.
Right.
So it's got to be a little bit funny.
People don't believe that birds can get fatty liver disease from eating too many almonds like we do beer, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Ice cold Coors almonds.
And then her feet get all crusty.
No, I wouldn't do well with the birds for 3 weeks.
Well,
You'll be fine.
at-
Crystal and I have actually talked about this. I've explained to her, like, I sold her Charlene that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I remember it was a requirement to have a room to put the birds in.
I need a bird room.
Yeah, because listen, you guys
should see the one they built now. It's nicer
It's
than
nice.
Some BDMs that don't pay apartments. Take that. Feel bad.
He tried real hard.
Anyway,
Don't feel bad.
So I'm just concerned because the 3 weeks is a rough estimate, and I
Listen,
know how
in the grand
contractors.
scheme of your life, it's going to be a blip, and it'll be a distant
Loud
memory
blip.
one
You've
day.
seen the way I live.
Loudest blip you've ever seen.
You're always complaining how fast time rockets by. So just think of it that way.
If you're
It's gonna
present in the
rocket
moment,
by.
she's right. If you're present in the moment, though, then you'll be able to enjoy it a little bit more. And don't your boys love these birds?
No, they bit Max's fingerprints
Okay.
off, and
All
they're
right.
scared out of their minds.
Okay. Well, birds can be like I had Peanut on me one time, and I did question the fun that you can have with Peanut because once he got on me, everybody's like, "Oh, look, Peanut's on you," and I'm like, "Awesome! Look at me, I'm the bird guy." And everybody's like, "Don't
be
move at all. Don't, you just got to
It
stand."
sounds like the traumatic
move-
childhood experience that Tom had with the Rottweiler.
And that's what you guys told me. You're like,
move.
"Don't move, or that thing is just he'll bite your big nose off." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." Does it like me? I'm like, "Is this a good thing?"
They
Right?
like to sit really close to your jugular.
Yeah, so they're like right,
Breathe in your
yeah,
ear.
they're right there. This little, and it's got a little jet matte black tongue. Its tongue is matte black, like a matte black,
Yeah.
Like a devil.
yeah.
Who's got a black
You know
tongue?
what? Well said.
The devil.
Exactly like the devil.
And it's
then-
hard as a rock.
But if I move, is it going to bite me? Is that what?
No.
Then why were you guys telling me to not move at all? Like
because
you
it'll bite you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to just figure out what
Was it Bubba though? Because Bubba's the one who'll bite. Peanut is not.
Maybe it wasn't Peanut.
No.
Whatever it was the bird that you guys told me don't move.
Well,
this
that
one
was
doesn't
Bubba.
like guys.
She's mean.
Well, then she's
Doesn't like
mated
guys.
with Peanut now, and they live in the same cage, and now they're laying eggs for each
can
other.
you eat the eggs?
No. Like,
What do you do with them? Flush them down the toilet?
That's a good question. What does your mom do with the eggs?
Don't.
Oh my God! Look at the roof. There's a farm up there. She's growing 1 million birds. Like underneath her, it's like a house of 1,000 corpses. There's 1,000 birds. She's down there dressed like a professor, and there's 1 million birds, and they're all alive, but they're human
I
sized.
have to say something. My mother is a wonderful person.
I know.
And hey, no, but
She cares
I'm
about
not telling
animals.
you. I'm not telling you. I'm telling the people who are listening.
Yes.
She is a wonderful
Weird.
person. She's very caring, and she just wants to help everybody and everything. So she's not a weirdo bird person. She's a person who saw a lady with a bird who couldn't handle it, and she's like, "All right, I'll take it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She's a very sweet lady.
she's compassionate to animals.
Not 3 times. This is no. We've had a lot more than these 3. These
We've
are
had
the 3 we still have.
Garage
She still has-
cat. You know, she likes
Yeah,
animals.
She volunteers with the gorillas down in
She
Lake
volunteers with the Center for Great Apes. Yes, she is a very caring person, and all of these birds were rescued from some other person who got a bird that thought it was a good idea and realized it wasn't a good idea. So I don't want you giving people the idea my mom does something weird with the eggs that get laid.
I'm not.
I would eat
She
them.
does not.
I would eat them.
Most of the time, the birds don't even know what's happening, and the egg falls down and crashes on the bottom of the cage, and it just needs to get cleaned up. That's all. It's not like she's taking it and putting it
Well,
in.
how smart are they? Like if they do it, what is it? Once a month? How long?
I
Wait,
don't know.
no, that's
Is it like-
memes. We got confused.
It's like like
Egg memes.
for 40 years, once a month an egg fell out of you, and you're like, "What's happening?"
well, no.
That would
You
be
can
you
sit
as a
where-
bird, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on with your body.
BartTheRealtor.com. It's the Bart Merrick team. If you're looking to buy a house with a bird room, Bart's got you.
Yeah.
And Crystal
Well,
Van.
hey, I'd like to thank you guys for sending me the unsolicited pics last time I was
All
in here.
right.
No, that
We
happened.
kicked that guy out.
He doesn't listen to the show, remember?
Yeah,
No.
that guy hasn't listened in years,
Yeah.
and he certainly wouldn't use us just to get jobs.
They were all dogs. 1 cat.
Oh, that's into dog.
Yeah, they sent me their
Dog
pet.
pics.
That's cute.
Stupid.
That's awesome.
Well, I loved it.
Why
I
you
loved
being
it.
mean?
I was saying, is that
When are you getting a
wasted-
dog? We'll end with that. When are you getting a dog?
No, well, we could have one, but it's got to be a Labradoodle, or
All right.
anything good.
You're so mean.
Like, it's got to be
TC wants a dog from a breeder. I want a dog from
over
a pound.
3,800.
Well, he doesn't say it like that, though. He says he wants a good dog, not a lumpy dog.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
a diseased dog.
Lumpy, bitey
Sorry,
dog.
but the bred
Yeah.
ones are the ones who die randomly of weird defect.
Yeah, but
they
they
die
young.
But I will say,
I like a dog.
Oh, he
that-
wants them to
that's
die young.
good, Dad.
Yeah, this
I'm
is-
like,
Oh
no,
my
you did it.
God.
You're an American hero.
this is a hot take, but I would rather have a beautiful dog for 1 minute than a lumpy dog forever. I would rather have a beautiful dog for 1 minute than a lumpy dog because now Caesar and Maggie are essing and peeing up
Yeah.
my house,
Yeah.
and I am miserable.
Yeah. Oh, your lumpy dog? Oh, that's going to be...
it's terrible.
You know how like expensive lasers are?
It's terrible. Caesar crapped
two
in the
lasers.
house 4 times yesterday.
You're giving it the shots, the pills.
Big piles.
It
big
costs you about
piles.
$4,200 a month for a free dog. That'll work out.
I thought about just opening the door and just seeing where he'd go. And just opening the door and just like, I didn't see nothing. If he just walks down the street, no collar. He's cute, so I'm going to get him. It'll be a better life. They can deal with it for a little bit.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.